What's up, guys? How's it going? So for today's stream, I have with me Tilde. He's your everyday run-of-the-mill Falco player, and we're gonna do a matchup chart where we talk about Falco matchup chart. We both have very varying opinions on the matchup chart, and we're kind of just gonna talk about it and go from there.
Hell yeah!
Where do you want to start? Where do
you want to top to bottom this? Either way, we're starting with Steve. It looks like.
All right. So you want to start with Steve?
All right, yeah. Why don't you go first? Give me your little rundown about Steve, and then I'll go.
So I feel like Steve is like surprisingly like out of all the Fighter Pass 2 characters, I think Falco does the best against him. I feel like one of the big things is that he pokes Steve really well. He has really good answers to a lot of Steve's tools like block, minecart, even off stage. He just has really solid tools, and I think he can get away from a lot of Steve's things incredibly well because he's not like Fox, where Fox just gets hard zero death if he gets jabbed. Falco can actually SDI out of it thanks to his gravity not being as high as Fox's, and then I don't know if his weight has anything to do with it. I think it's just gravity. So his gravity makes it so that he can't get comboed as hard by Steve as Fox would. Yeah, I mean, what do you think?
Well, I want to add like Anvil. We counter well too. We kill Steve at like 40 if they Anvil too high. A big thing I think about when I picture the Falco Steve matchup, think about like Incineroar being stuck in a corner against Steve with blocks and minecart, threat, Anvil, whatever, right? Incineroar has to like expend so many resources just to get back to center stage, whereas we just have to full hop.
True.
And we immediately just overcome everything. I think that's huge because I do see a lot of people struggle in the corner against Steve. I feel like that's where he gets a lot of his cheesy kills. And Falco doesn't super, like, we can get caught by it sometimes if we're stuck there, but it is much easier with Falco, Greninja. I think of like high jumping characters to just escape, to just leave the situation, reset. And all you want to do against Steve most of the time is reset when he has advantage. You don't want to try to fight it, try to like farm for a reversal or something, because that's when he gets those stupid jab combos, random forward smash to just contest what you're doing. Personally, I'm always between super advantage and slight advantage for this. I think just straight up because Steve is as good as he is, I would say slight, and I wouldn't go like too hard on it.
Yeah, no, definitely, I agree. I think it's slight advantage. I think it's funny to think that because, you know, a lot of people just despise the Steve matchup, but I think that Falco does really well on it. And I brought up shield poking. I think it's kind of weird, but Falco's up smash does a really good job of shield poking Steve. So, like, if you know his shield is like slightly low, you can just run up and up smash him.
Up smash, up tilt. If you don't want to take as much risk, forward air. Yeah. I like doing down tilt and then forward air because if they just shield the whole thing, they'll automatically get poked.
Yeah,
because the down tilt drains their shield a lot. It's kind of crazy.
If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like the video. It's a simple click and makes a massive difference.
All right, let's go to another Fire Pass 2 character. Let's go with Min. What do you think of Min? It's actually funny because I recently just played against Peckham too yesterday.
Okay, yeah. So you got that fresh experience. I haven't fought a good Min in a long time, but I do think off of my like elite travels, same concept that I was talking about with Steve is we could kind of just jump and leave a situation. Her arms are super powerful horizontally, but as soon as we're above her, it feels like she either has to wait for us to get down or take a risk, like do some up B where you could slip by her, get closer to her. We just have to play super evasive in this matchup. We have to jump around her a lot. Empty movement is a big key here, so we're not just risking things and missing, whiffing, and then getting hit for stuff. She edge guards us pretty hard too, I think. Like I was watching Proto do some stuff at Summit recently. I've never been edge guarded by a Min that can do all that, and it looked harsh, bro. It looked really bad to get back to stage. So I think that's coming into play more and more. I used to think we just destroy her, but I'm definitely leaning more towards like I think we win. I do think we beat Min, but I don't think it's as bad as I used to think.
Yeah, I agree. Something to add about Min not really having an answer for us going really high. Depending on how her position, she can jump in Ram because, you know, the Ram covers a lot of range. So she can do that. And on top of that, she can, she has a really good up smash. Like her up smash is really fast. So it makes trying to pressure her a little bit scary at higher percent because she has like a Fox-esque up smash. If you spam fair on her shield and you're playing against a Min that just knows they can punish it, you just get hit with up smash. I mean, to add on what you said about like the positives in the matchup, I feel like Falco, once he gets a hit on Min, he takes it so far. Like, she's one of the easiest characters for Falco to zero to death without like doing any super guaranteed combo, just because he can kind of do like his generic Falco combo, then like carry her off stage, And if he gets a good read, she's dead.
I think edge guarding Min is super easy. I was going to say, like, fair, neutral air, just active for so long. And she's, that slow aerial drift, just not great tools to recover. No, like, burst options or anything. So we can kind of just jump out and hit her.
Yeah.
And keep swatting her away, and that's it.
Yeah. In terms of edge guarding, it's definitely true. I feel like if she gets you off stage and she hits you in the right spot, you're just dead. Like you can like kind of recover. Like if she messes up, you'll come back. But in that case, she should not be messing up.
I think volatile in both directions. But I also think that for Falco, there's a little less risk when you do get hit. It's just you get 0 to death by Min when you make mistakes over and over. Like if you keep air dodging to the floor and not trying to like mix up your landing and stuff like that. Because once she picks up on those habits, she could just destroy you. But we don't really need to pick up on many habits to destroy her. We kind of just do when we hit her.
Yeah, I do agree though. I think currently I would put it in slight advantage. I do feel like as Min's meta progresses, I think it's going to end up being even though. But for now, I put in slight advantage just because I feel like Min's neutral games is just better. Like she just is able to kind of safely pressure in a lot of cases, and we can't do much about it. But we'll see. Because
do you want to try to order it within tiers or just lock it in?
No, I think groups. Because I feel like once we because you don't have that much time, right? I feel like if we do that, that's going to take forever.
Okay, yeah, I got like another hour and a half, so pick them out, bro.
Pick them out. What about Ken and Ryu? Talk about that.
I have a pretty like track record with these characters for some reason. I usually lose to people that like I'm not seeded to lose to, and I am a believer that we do fuck them up too. Like I think that we really do body them once we hit them. Their focus is almost like useless against us because of all our multi hits. Edge guarding is pretty free, but it just any character that has to be up close and personal with the Shotos, it's just scary. Like you could miss something, you could be slightly off on a tech chase, and all of a sudden you're getting up tilted into like 60% or death. I don't know. I want to say slight advantage, but part of me is leaning towards even. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I definitely think it's slight advantage, and I've played against Nito a lot, so I am pretty experienced in the matchup just from playing him. Something weird about them is that even though we kind of combo them hard, because of their hurtbox shifting, some things like just don't work sometimes. I don't know if you've seen that.
Like what, falling out of multi-hits and stuff?
Yeah, it's kind of like Falcon, because like sometimes when you hit Falcon from behind, like he does that weird thing with his body and like the second up tilt misses, or like same thing with up smash.
Out, yeah,
it's the same thing with them. Like there's been a lot of times where they just fall out of something. But aside from that, I feel like it's fine. I think the big thing about fighting both of them is just knowing how to edge guard them, because you don't even need to combo them really hard. You just have to get them off stage and then just get them in a particular position where they're kind of forced to do Tatsu or focus, and if you do either of those, they're dead because you just fair and air them.
I think also to kind of point out my flaws in the matchup, why I might be a little worse at it, is because I do run in, and I'm like, this is a fighting game. Like this is a character I fight. I've never gone in to these matchups with the mindset of I need to laser, I need to shine, I need to keep distance. I probably should. I bet I would do a lot better if I did that. Kind of force them to take the risks and approach, because once you're just, oh, if I mess up, here's 70%, right?
I don't even think you need to do that. You just have to play the mid-range, because they don't have good burst options, right? Like, even though, like, I would say up close we're kind of even, but then once you get to mid-range, there's just less options for them.
That makes sense, yeah. I mean, I'm down with slight advantage. I do think the two in there already, we dominate, though. And then Ryu's a little more towards even for me.
Dude, I don't know about Ryu, just because I haven't played against a good Ryu, because I played against Nito. I played against Andres, too, but it just feels... Well, I played against Andres, but he wasn't using Ryu as much.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know about Ryu, because I feel like Ryu has better... moves for like trading with Falco compared to Ken, because Ken's hitbox, well, both of their hitboxes aren't like the best, but I feel
strong, man. They're chunky.
Yeah,
trades we usually do not come out on top.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like Ryu can trade better than Ken. So yeah, I don't know.
Do you feel like you'd rather fight one than the other? Because I'm happier fighting a Ryu. I think when Ken comes into play, it's just scary dealing with that Shoryu. That's such a early kill option.
Well, I mean, a random Ryu, sure. If I'm fighting against a like Asimo or like I don't know, because I haven't really played a Ryu to that level. You know what I'm saying? But like Ken, I definitely agree with.
Yeah. I was gonna say there's like a slight dichotomy there, because I do think we beat Ken a little harder. Ryu's, I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. All right, you pick one.
Olimar, because I want to hear your thoughts.
Okay, I'll just say this. This is probably a matchup I don't really have too much experience in.
Mm.
But I kind of want to put it at even, just because he is a smaller character. He's harder to hit in a lot of cases, and even though we have like active multi hits, I feel like Whistle can be annoying to deal with because like he just falls out of the multi hits, so it's not as effective as you would think. And on top of that, I just feel like fighting him in neutral can be a little annoying because I feel like if you fight an Olimar that doesn't jump, it's really hard to get in on him if he just stays super grounded because you have to kind of commit to things, and he has solid options to punish Falco's like attacks and stuff.
I mean, at that point, if he's not jumping, I would commit to like laser shine game because I do think his side B is his biggest neutral tool. Like it's what forces us to do stuff. It's the scary thing, but we could just shine it all. Nair, I feel, is pretty good to get Pikmin off of you. I only have experience. I fought the Buzz a couple times in this matchup. Now he uses Rosalina against me. He stopped going Olimar against me. I do think Falco does well against Olimar, but as you said, the weaknesses for us are he's tiny, and tiny characters can give us that trouble. I also have this image just burned in my head of going for up tilt back air. The back air gets whistled, and then I get up aired and killed.
That's the other thing. You can just mess up. It's easier to get punished for messing up.
Slightly off, and it costs you so much. I'm with even for Olimar. I really don't think we do amazing in it. I don't think it's like enough to push it towards side advantage.
I definitely agree. Oh, something else to bring up. I feel like Olimar is really good at edge guarding up B because of how like big his downer hitbox is. It's kind of just like poke through. Yeah, he can just poke through and hit you. Especially if he has yellow.
It's just so scary because I feel like a lot of the combos we go for are so stringy. Like sure they could be true a lot of the time, but when it's human error, it's going to be stringy sometimes. And then Olimar just doesn't deal with it. He just erases that. Reminds me of like Zelda neutral B, but to just a crazier extent.
Yeah. Speaking of Zelda, do you just want to get her out of the way? I don't really have much.
I hate Zelda.
I don't really have much else to say except I think we slightly win. Yeah,
I'm down. Slightly win, bro.
Yeah,
her tools are annoying to deal with.
Yeah, they are.
We have things to deal with them, right? We're capable. We have time. We have laser.
Yeah, exactly. And then I also feel like she's easy to poke. The scariest thing about her is getting hit with like a lightning kick, in my opinion. Like, get hit with a lightning kick.
Exploding at 55.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, personally, for me, if I see I have to fight a good Zelda in bracket, I think that's, out of this entire game, that's the character I want to see least in tournament. I mean, one, I'm not too familiar with the matchup because there just aren't good Zeldas. Like, I fight the 2 million on Elite, but they don't do the good things. They just do Zelda shit.
Yeah.
But now you're dealing with someone who has Zelda stuff on top of them having some form of fundamentals, which just make it, I don't know. I do not ever want to fight Zelda, but I think we can win.
Yeah, I agree. What about Snake?
Snake, we need to commit to a different play style, man. Can you put Snake in slight advantage and then attach like a link to my set with AKA Riptide? You just literally have to camp. That's it. It's one of those matchups that forces you to play differently, but if you successfully play that way, I think Snake is the one struggling, and Snake ends up being the one chasing. And he's not good at that either. You just have to force him to play a game he doesn't want to play. But, no one wants to play that way. So I don't know. It's hard with tier lists because I'm always like, well, we beat this character if we do this thing that we don't want to do ever.
Yeah, it's funny because it's kind of how I explained it. I think this matchup is it's one of those matchups that are annoying for both people to play because you just both have to play this level of just lameness, and it's really annoying.
Mental stability.
Okay, so I think this is like the first matchup we like disagree on because I actually think it's even.
Okay, I was gonna say we slight win. Yeah, that's where my head goes. So what's your reasoning, bro? Where does he catch us, I guess?
It's just like his killing. Like he just kills us so early. He doesn't really need to do much damage. Like even when camping, even though we kind of have the advantage because like laser hits more, all he needs is one grenade to hit, and he just does so much damage.
10.8%, I think.
Something like that. And then the other big thing is he has a better burst option. Sync dash attack's broken. Like that move's actually just it's stupid because it's so fast, and then like he has intangibility on his upper body, so you can't even challenge it. You have to whiff punish it.
Yeah, for sure. I was learning a lot of ways to deal with just when he has a grenade out. Like a lot of the time, if you're close enough, if you're playing in that mid-range, like a fixed distance, he can't take out the grenade and do whatever he wants with it. Sometimes he gets forced to shield. He's like on a platform, grenades out, he has to just hold it and shield. And I started just throwing a loose shine over to him I mean, one, it explodes the grenade,
Mhm.
but also if he's holding it in any position and you shine him successfully, it will blow up. I think that's huge because not only does it get rid of the grenade, deal some damage, but now he's above you. And I think when he's above us, that's when we have to capitalize the most. Like we catch one landing, we catch one B reverse grenade, whatever he likes to do, and we could just chain it off stage, and then it's just back airs or down airs over and over until he's done.
I do agree. Like when we hit him, we punish him really hard. Something I will say, which I kind of don't want to say it because it's kind of like pointing out a flaw in Falco that people don't abuse. My voice cracked. Our shine is laggy as shit.
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot of times where characters can just literally just drop shield and punish him because it's so negative on hit or on shield. Even on hit, it's negative. So I think it's like another big thing that could be a game changer in the matchup because like even if we do it in the air, they just drop shield and they just kind of chase us and inch forward, or sometimes even punish us.
Yeah, I always go back to our jump height. I just think about how high we jump, and then think about a snake full hop. Right? It can't even reach like a platform on PS2 or something. It's really, really short. I mean, I'm not the first person to circle camp, but Snake is someone we could circle camp almost certainly, right? Like if we really just buckle down and go for that strategy, it seems really hard for him to do anything aside from just like guessing with grenade tosses. He can't really burst except for dash attack, but like how long are you on the ground for? If you want to take this one and even, I'm okay with it because I don't feel too strongly about slight advantage, but on my own I would probably put slight.
It's funny because I was about to say I'm willing to concede to slight advantage.
Okay. Whoever gets this one, the other person takes the next one. That's how we should do it.
All right, sure.
If it's close.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, Snake. Well, speaking of punishing shine when it hits someone, even when you like successfully land it, you can go to Wii Fit. So I've been fighting John Numbers at my locals each week, and he started.
My God.
I shine his shield, or I shine him. He literally just dash attacks every time, and I get hit. And I can't even use shine as I used to because he just figured it out. He knows how laggy it is, and he's starting to point out that flaw in Falco.
Yeah, that move
and
sucks.
It's making me have to reroute. Yeah, it does suck, bro. I wish it was less laggy.
Dude, okay. I've talked to so many people about this. I'll like randomly get this question in chat when I'm fighting against his owner, like, well, why don't you just Reflector? Like, why don't you just keep spamming Reflector? And I'm like, dude, it's not that good. Like, no. Yes, it reflects frame 1, but it's so laggy. And to make it even worse, there's like a window where it doesn't reflect. So there's some characters that can literally bait out you reflecting the projectile and punish you.
Yeah, you can't just have it out eternally. Like there is a little in between that. It's not the hardest thing to time, and then they get their projectile in.
Bro, I wish you had Brawl Reflector. Wait, you don't know about it, huh? You don't know what how good it was.
Probably not to the extent that you do.
It reflected throughout the entirety of the animation. So you can literally spam Reflector, and there's like no opening. There was no opening.
I like that.
It was so
I
good.
just chain grabbed. That's all I did in Brawl, bro. I was a little kid in Brawl. I was like 13 or 14 or something.
Hey, man.
You already like graduated college and shit. You were still chain grabbing people.
Everyone was chain grabbing. I'm not that old, bro. Relax. Okay, so Wii Fit. So what do you think that matchup is? Because you definitely have more experience than I do.
I have people just say to me all the time, bro, that's such a free matchup. It's 7-3. Thank God Falco just like Wii Fit up. No way. Like, there's no way in hell we win to that extent. I'm not going to say it's even or disadvantage for us. I think Wii Fit definitely gets like outplayed by Falco. I don't think she's as good, for one. I think that's like a huge indicator of how a matchup will go against Falco. And she relies heavily on projectiles. So once you take out Sun Salutation, you take out the soccer ball, all the deep breathing stuff off stage, we could just laser. Like we kind of, if we are playing well and precise, we could prevent them from going into that like BS mode. And then even if they do, circle camp. Right? Get out of there. We don't want to die at 40. It's ridiculous. I think our 2-frame air dodge comes in clutch in that matchup because there's moments where I feel like I should get hit by something and I could just air dodge out. And now it's a mix up. Now it's like RPS and I don't just get hit. I think slight advantage. I don't think it's as good as people think, but I think the nature of Wii Fit gets heavily countered by the nature of Falco.
I agree on that. Especially, I mean, you brought up the height. Or you didn't bring up the height, but like you brought up that she has disadvantage that we could exploit. I think her height is one of them. Like, she's very easy to shield poke.
I didn't even mention that. You could short hop back air and it hits her. That like rising. That's insane.
Yeah. She's tall. There's like a handful of characters that Falco can do that too, which it's really, really good.
Palu, Wii Fit, probably other. I don't know.
Rosa, Rob,
Mewtwo.
Yeah. Question about Mewtwo. Do you think it's slight advantage or advantage? Because we definitely win.
I think it's heavy advantage.
You think it's heavy advantage?
He's just so big. Like as a character, like picture a 6 foot tall character. As they shrink, we do worse and worse in the matchup. And Mewtwo's just massive, bro. He's not only tall, but he's just wide, and he has that stupid tail hitbox. So any weird trade interactions, we just can most of the time mash and still end up getting our combo.
I can agree on that. I definitely like teeter between the two, but I also feel like it's kind of like worse Samus in a lot of cases. Like that's like it's a very, very, very lazy way of explaining it. Because obviously he's not like the exact same thing, but I feel like they have similar strengths.
I wish I could remember his tag. I fought this Mewtwo when I was at the Come Up in Canada. It was like my right before like top 8 or something. He was super good. He was like a really practiced Mewtwo. I could see it, and he was doing all types of Shadow Ball cancels to just bait me out, like crazy dash dances. It felt hard, and as soon as I went in the mindset of like, wait, I'm Falco, I will just abuse the things that win me this matchup, like my multi hits, like pressuring his shield because he just doesn't have great out of shield. You could kind of just like throw shit out. Once you catch his 2-frame recovery, stuff like that, it got a lot easier. He killed me with Shadow Ball at 0 because I did the shine. My habits, and then it's just you've been there.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of a character that could just bait out the reflector.
Yeah, so I would put him in advantage.
Okay, I guess speaking of Samus, I would assume you think it's advantage.
I think it's slight.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Slight advantage. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's full because although we destroy Samus is just so good.
Yeah,
she has so much going for her, man.
I've been able to play against Quick and Siski a good amount of times. Yeah, I think it's slight advantage. I think it's a very annoying matchup though.
Yeah, volatile is always going to be the word in matchups like these because we have anti-zoning tools, but then once Samus can deal with that, it becomes less about just shine, and it's now a mini game based around shine, in which when you lose, you're going to get punished. I've fought Quick and Siski as well. I think I'm 1-1 with Siski, and then I have a bunch of sets with Icy Mist. We've played like 4 or 5 times. And that matchup, bro, in tournament especially, I just think it gets better for Falco because our advantage state goes hard, man. We're just up air and we're nairing. Like, she can't air dodge out of stuff. Up B out of shield's one thing, but again, like with the shine counterplay, you just tomahawk shield, and now it's, again, RPS, and it's not as much of just, she wins this interaction or I win this interaction.
Well, the thing about up B out of shield for Samus too is if you slightly space it, she can't really hit you. Like, the up B hitbox isn't that big. So, like, even with fair, you can just slightly space fair. That's another thing. She doesn't have good out of shield options outside of up B, because, like,
right.
Shield grab's not that good. Like, I'm pretty sure Nair goes over Falco if he just, like, does landing fair.
I'm sure, yeah, I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
Her out of shield's very vertical based, and that lets us just kind of, skate around it if we want to, if we're focused. Obviously, if you're just mashing on her shield, you're gonna get upbeat, and it gets frustrating. But if you don't get tilted in that matchup, Falco does very well, and we tilt them, I think, more than they could tilt us.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Dude, I think this is a Siski thing, but I just remember playing Siski, and I just hit him, and he starts shrugging, he's like...
No, it's a Samus thing, bro.
It's a Samus thing.
I've had 2 different Samus players, I won't name either, who have like thrown their controller full blast at the ground after a set.
Jesus Christ.
Falco is just good. Falco is just like, I guess if I'm Samus fighting Falco, I would be pretty annoyed too. I try to think about that angle.
I mean, Samus is annoying though. Ledge trapping with Samus? Bomb?
Yeah, I think that. I know, and that's another thing. Ledge trapping, we could just shine a lot of the time to get around. Like, they could punish it, as we talked about, if they know how to deal with it. But a drop back, jump up, shine, land on the platform or something gets a little difficult for them to deal with, especially if there's like down Bs at the ledge that we're reflecting now. We win though, I think.
Okay. Okay. Let's talk about a matchup I think you're gonna disagree on.
Okay.
Let's talk about Chrom.
Chrom. Ooh.
I know it's a matchup you don't like.
Dude, I have an interesting history with Chrom because the person who I got really good at this game with, like my main practice partner, is a Chrom. He was Chrom Diddy Kong, now he's Chrom Joker, but I just played that matchup so much, and he would get sent off stage and I would win. And it felt like Falco dominated the matchup. I go to Switzerland. I'm playing Mr. R for like 5 days straight. 3-hour sessions it was like awful, bro. He was just not getting hit by my edge guards. He was just eluding me. He was just perfect air dodges to ledge, couldn't 2-frame, couldn't catch it. It felt much more difficult. Now, obviously, there's like a gap in skill between like my boy at my home and Mr. Ari is like a world-class player. But it gave me some perspective on the matchup because I feel like I've seen the strong win, but now I feel like I see the cons. I see the bad parts of the matchup. Even now, I don't know. If I had to make one today, bro, I would probably quick even with that matchup.
Okay.
I don't know if you're gonna say it's advantage. I think in one tier list I made, I put it at slight disadvantage. But I don't think I agree with that anymore. I've gotten better at edge guarding. I've figured out my spots more accurately. And I think on stage, Roy is still more of a menace than Chrom.
So this is the funny thing about you playing Mr. R is like literally the week before I was in the Netherlands and like I was at his place for a week and we were just grinding out the matchup and he was just complaining so much about me edge guarding him. He would not stop complaining about me edge guarding him. Mm-hmm. And then he played you. He's like, yeah, he didn't really edge guard me at all.
Fair. So that seems to be the win or lose part of the matchup, though. Yeah. Like, can you edge guard Chrom? And if you can't, it's very difficult. If you can, it's like almost free.
The thing is, I think Falco edge guards Chrom really easily. It's actually like really sad if you know how to like time or position it. Because you know if Chrom up Bs, like let's say if Chrom up Bs at all and you're nearby, he should be dead. Because
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I think his up B is really bad.
No, but at most heights, like let's say he does it like this like awkward high spot where you don't know if you should go above him or not. If you run under him, like if you run off stage and then do double jump nair, you get him.
It just catches him.
Yeah, because the hitbox. Hold on, let me show you. Like look at this hitbox.
Okay, yeah, there's like nothing below him.
It's only in front of him. So like as long as you would avoid that. As long as you avoid that, it's so easy to just like not get edge guarded by him.
And the part of our nair hitbox that's like behind us and above us, just I feel like it would work super well there. I see what you mean. You just got to be a little further than you think, so you don't get clipped. Scary though. It is a little scary. I'd have a lot of games with him where I would be like winning the whole time and then just uppy at like 10. I'm like, oh, I was a little off. I died for it.
It can be annoying, yeah. But I feel like at least for me, 9 times out of 10, I just give the edge guard.
If you're playing well, if you're precise, which is what we should be talking about, like at Falco's, when Falco's being played well.
Mm-hmm.
I would say slight advantage though. I don't know if you go any higher than that. I think on stage is still pretty like annoying sometimes with all his hitboxes.
No, it's funny. I actually think it's even because I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I think Chrom beats us on stage. But yeah, I think
even works. I'm down.
Yeah, I think Roy beats us. I think you're also alluding to that too. Or I don't know.
I would put Roy in even.
You put Roy
off of my dome right now. Yeah,
really?
I would. I mean, to a similar point, I almost think Roy could get, or I'm not going to say as good as Chrom, because Chrom's recovery is like horrible, but he gets edge guarded violently, man. Like not fairly. Like just you get clipped by fair and you just die. You just sink.
I think he kills us so early though. That's the problem. That is the
with
problem.
Like tech chases and stuff though, right? Yeah. Like most of the time that happens, it's a down tilt into a read or something. Where if you're just holding up a lot in neutral, you just don't even deal with it. You just jump away. I think he's just swingy. I don't know.
So I just feel like he has better buttons to pressure us too. It's like he can pressure us up close well. He kills us earlier than Chrom. I like.
Way earlier.
The way I see it is that I feel like they should not be in the same tier. Like I feel like if you think Chrom's even, I think Roy should be a slight disadvantage, you know?
I see what you mean. Like you don't think they belong together.
No.
But what about, hear me out, what if you do Roy even, Chrom slight advantage? You've swayed me on Chrom.
Well, I mean,
this is what I mean by optimistic though, because I don't want to put Roy in slight disadvantage.
You don't want to
I see Roy and I'm happy. I it's not like seeing like a Jigglypuff or like a Sephiroth or a Diddy Kong or you know.
That is true.
But it's just we fight. But that could just be my prerogative because if I could fight someone, I'm not going to call it a bad matchup usually.
No,
okay, I'll scrap.
I get you on that because we can actually like hit him. And stuff.
But he's really good. Like you're totally right. Like his CQC completely outclasses ours.
The other thing is too, I don't know if you agree on this, but I don't think the Roy players are actually good at the matchup.
I don't think the Roy players are actually good
against Falco.
In general.
Oh, okay. Well,
but yeah, I see, like if a Roy's played very well, if they know how to punish Shine, if they know how to deal with all our like poorly spaced fair and mashing up tilt, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
They could hurt us.
Yeah, because I feel like we get away with way more than we should against them. That's why I also think it's slight disadvantage.
That's fair. You gave me Snake, bro. Take it. I'm down with slight dis.
All right.
I'm down. Let's do Mario.
Mario? Okay.
Yeah, I can start with that. Like personally, I think off the rip, slight advantage, I would say. I've been seeing Kurama do some crazy shit. I really want to fight him. My brother has solo mained Mario for 16 years. In like every game, it's always been the same matchup for us. I'm very experienced in the matchup. I think multi-hit wise, we usually come out on top if we're like mashing against each other. It feels to me like Falco does what Mario does better. And the big advantage for Mario would be like Flood and Flag. But that's about it.
Call it Flag?
Yeah, I mean, what do you call it? Tablecloth? Like, what are we doing here, man?
It's called cape, bro. It's a cape.
Okay. Side B.
Flag? I've never heard anyone say that.
You fight Xenia, though, so I'm sure you have your own perspective on it.
Well, I've also played Chroma, like, a good amount of times. Like, normally when I play, I typically have like a pretty, like, not bad time against him. Funny enough, I feel like the Mario player I've played who I feel like is the most experienced in the match is Ludo. But then, like, he also plays Falco. So,
there you go.
Yeah. But I agree. I think it's slight advantage.
His recovery sucks, Mario. That's the big thing, I think.
You can edge guard his recovery. You can edge guard him pretty well.
Down air, forward air, whatever hits.
I feel like advantage and disadvantage is like pretty similar for us, but I also think that Falco, if you play it right, it's like neutral can be annoying for Mario because you have better poking tools.
Yeah, and then for sure.
And then like if you're both just like kind of shield camping, eventually Mario's screwed. You just poke him.
I don't see Mario shield poke. That's true. Also, I feel like I don't know why this could just be a Mario thing or a me thing, but he feels so parryable. Every move he throws out, it just feels so easy to parry. And off parry, we are so good.
Yeah, no, I agree on that. It's just because like the way he throws out moves are very straightforward. It's not like any crazy gimmick. Yeah,
and he's stubby.
Yeah,
that helps.
Yeah, we could just like there's like moments where we don't have to even parry. We just like flat out beat what he does.
Yeah. Slight advantage. I'm down.
So I agree. Yeah. You want to talk about Luigi?
No, but yeah, let's do it.
I feel like the match was annoying. The match was just. Like it's
so scary.
It is very scary. But then once you get him off stage, it's like really easy.
I just jump off down air at the side B. That's usually it for me.
You get down air the side B. When he up B's, you get down there too.
His grab's annoying. He does we're Space Luigi, right? We're Bird Luigi or whatever. But his shit is so like I fight Falco I never think like, oh my god, I can't get hit right now or I'm gonna die. When I fight Luigi, man, it's so I just can't land. It feels like I have to platform camp. I hate doing that. Even Shine starts to feel unsafe when they start figuring it out. Yeah,
the thing about a good Luigi too is that you're always at kill percent. Like, if you get grabbed or like get hit with the right move, you're always at a percent where you can just death combo you. But I also feel like if you know how to space your attacks and stuff like that, it's really hard for him to just land. Like, it's hard for him to like get out of disadvantage. Because his disadvantage is like fairly weak. Like, he does have the frame 1 Cyclone, but that's like one gimmick.
So
yeah, it's one gimmick, and then like if you're just ready for it, then yeah. I think the biggest thing is just you have to be careful about not messing up tilt backer on him because he can do that. If you mess it up, you die.
You die at like 80 off the screen.
Yeah.
Don't overextend in general. I think like if the combo feels slow or weird, or you got a strange hitbox, but you still kind of want to go for it, just don't. That's my advice. Like maybe fake out a jump at most, but I would not commit all the way up because if they mash Cyclone, you get a free punish, and they will mash Cyclone.
Yeah,
90% of the time.
Yeah.
As for where to put him, I want to say slight advantage, bro. I don't know.
You want to say slight advantage?
You don't like the matchup, huh?
I think it's even.
You think it's even? I fought Elegant once. And then I've done a lot of the whole, I've served my country fighting Kirash on Wi-Fi a couple times in like tournaments. So that's never fun. But usually it goes back to the snake point of like, I just camp. I just circle camp. And what Luigi Stubby, like, sure, he could find his hit. But as I'm circle camping, I'm just stacking up that damage. I'm, building percent, get him off stage. And that's usually it. A good forward smash when they try to side B ledge, kill him at like 50.
Yeah, and I mean, I agree. I think that putting him in disadvantage is scary, but I also think his advantage against us is scary. And I think you have to really pick and choose how you like do something, because like you can't just fair. If you fair, he pivot grabs you, or he can't pivot grab you. The same thing if you like whip anything. There's like always the risk of
one slip up costs a lot. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm okay with even. I'm not gonna fight you about it.
All right.
I don't feel strongly. Either way, I don't like Luigi though.
I feel like no.
one
I
does.
feel like no. Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, if you're Sephiroth, you probably love Luigi because like, what the hell does he do?
You want to do Lucas?
Lucas. All right. All I will say is I think that's slight advantage, but you probably have more experience in it than I do because
I was gonna say heavy advantage.
You
So
think
we're on
it's-
the same page.
You think it's heavy advantage?
I think it's heavy advantage. I fought Nitox. I fought the good Lucas from Florida, Choco Taco, and I fought one other Lucas that was like there were like 3 top Lucases, and I had sets with all 3 of them at one point, and they were all very dominant sets. Like it just
Okay.
felt like I did Falco stuff. If Lucas, I don't know, these players might not have known the matchup. It could always be outliers like that. But I do think recovery wise, it's the Earthbound edge guarding style. Just get your shines, lasers, whatever it takes to get them low, and then just go for the kill move. On stage though, he's weird. Lucas is weird. I don't even know where to start with Lucas, bro. He's really weird. I don't like fighting him, but I do think we just do well. We kind of just like abolish his playstyle.
I mean, he has like the Zaire combo.
That's not a lot of damage, man.
It's
That's it, right?
It's not. It's positioning though. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't feel strongly. So you think it's advantage? I'll put an
I would
advantage.
I would say pretty high advantage. Yeah.
Okay.
I just on the basis of edge guarding feels good. Our disadvantage against him, it doesn't feel like he could edge guard us atrociously. You know, he can't do crazy stuff to gimp us. I mean, maybe he can, and I just haven't been hit by it. But in my experience, I would say advantage. Yeah.
Okay.
I got hit with something the other day. Can Isabelle jab up smash or jab down smash or something? Is that just true?
Yeah.
That's stupid. Go to Isabelle.
You gonna go to Isabelle? All right.
Yeah,
bro. I think that's slight advantage. I think it's annoying, but slight advantage. You play
Super edge
Isabelle.
guardable.
Super edge guardable. You don't really have to worry about the Loy too much. I feel like Falco could just like down tilt and it like breaks off of one hit.
Down tilt, side B breaks it too. So we have ways to deal with it.
She's also, even though she's not like very big, I feel like she's very easy to combo. Like she's just like a really good weight, and then the way her hurt box shifts just makes it really easy to do strings on her.
I like that. Also, not to jump back, but going to Lucas for one more second, like someone said the down smash 2-frame is pretty like big in my chat because we do have to recover at that angle. And I think that's the only matchup where you don't want to one of the only matchups where you don't want to kind of hover across ledge. You want to snap to ledge like as fast as you can. It's like Sephiroth down air. Like you want to get there. You don't want to linger below it because those hitboxes will catch you.
I mean, you could also do the high side B where they can't 2-frame you, so they have to overshoot it.
But yeah, back to who were we talking about?
Isabelle.
Slight advantage. I would leave it at that.
Okay.
I don't have much to say about this character.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't know about the jab thing.
I feel like I've been hit by it, and I'm always like, "What? How?" Stupid. It feels fake.
It's like there's like some characters where their move they gives you like a higher window, like the higher percent you're at. So if you're a high percent, this is guaranteed. She can do jab up till up air, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I guess this random Isabelle fact. The jab infinite that she has isn't a true infinite. You can get out of it
By doing.
You just hold down and then
down
or up. I always forget. It's one of those. It's one of those options. Like after like the 10th or 11th jab, you just fall out of it.
Bro, Nest back throw, just in or out. I forget one of those.
It's
just away from him, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, up or down, it's the same thing. Like if down doesn't work, you'll get out the second one if you hold up.
The next stock you'll live.
No, because if you're gonna jab infinite you, they're gonna keep jabbing you. Yeah. Someone will correct me. Someone knows. All right, let's talk about Pikachu because
let's bro.
Talk about Pikachu.
Broken.
I've had a very low opinion of this matchup, but then I played Shiny Mark and it was even lower. Yeah, I just feel like we can't hit that. We can't hit him. Like
I was gonna kind of say the same thing. Like I fought Esam a bunch, and I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe it's not as bad as everyone thinks. And then I fought Shiny Mark a couple times. I'm like, damn, this matchup sucks. Even when I feel like I'm playing so well, it just stuff, you know. I think when they T-Jolt camp specifically, it gets really difficult for us too much.
I was gonna say, like, the difference between Esam and Shiny Mark is just like Esam plays so aggressive, so like I feel like he's playing that matchup in like a disadvantageous way for him, whereas Shiny Mark just camps you.
Shiny Mark just camps,
yeah. He'll like it's like their execution and stuff is like pretty similar, but then Shiny Mark just will play the matchup.
T-Jolt, random up B, T-Jolt,
yeah. So it's annoying. I feel like, I don't know. Slight advantage or disadvantage? I don't know.
You mean slight dis or dis?
Slight disadvantage or disadvantage, just like between those two. Just because I feel like thinking about the matchup, I don't know what Falco really does in like situations to close out stocks if he doesn't get the up tilt, and Pikachu's just not giving it, like not putting himself in a situation to get it.
Our edge guarding is like anything but consistent in that matchup, but I do think it's worth going for stuff against that style of recovery, Pichu and Pikachu. I think we could contest it well with our moves. Like we won't get it every time, but whether it be like back air, down air, neutral air, or whatever, you're sticking out off the stage. You get a good catch at like 90 and he dies. So there is the whole element of like the Game & Watch factor of this character sucks, but I can kill them at like 80.
Yeah, I can see that. The same thing with up smash too. Like if you catch them in the air, like they try to jump at you because Pikachus love to jump. You do have the ability to up smash them.
They get on us, it's difficult, but you got to anti-air preemptively.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm leaning towards slight because I'm thinking about characters that I think are worse that I would put in disadvantage. But I could see disadvantage. I would not disagree. It's pretty bad.
I feel like it's up to you. You can pick.
Think about all the mains that are gonna like come at me on Twitter, bro. You're putting so much pressure on me right now. They're gonna yell at me, dude.
It's no pressure, bro.
Like, actually,
if they come at you, just say it was my fault.
Slight.
All right. Okay, let's do another matchup that we both discussed struggling in. Let's do Diddy.
Oh, where is that?
Right
that
here.
Bastard.
Right here.
You can start, bro. Go ahead.
Like the more I've been thinking about this matchup, the more I feel like if it's played right, this might be Falco's worst matchup. Like it's actually really hard. He like dominates Falco in neutral. He's hard to hit because he's so tiny and like hurt box shifting. You can combo him, but like comboing him is like he doesn't get like zero depth of the Diddy. Like
no, he does not. It does not feel as good as most other characters.
Yeah. Like he's not. You're not going to zero death him. You'll give him a good amount of damage, but it's not like anything super crazy. The other thing is because he has a frame 5 up smash, you cannot touch his shield. If you touch his shield, like and it's not like spaced well, you're going to get like up smash if you're facing in front of him. And if you're holding a banana, you can't land on top of him because he drop bananas.
His item, that's like the big thing. It's so scary playing around banana when he's in shield, if he's shield camping, like what?
Mm-hmm.
And even if we go for Tomahawk grab, we're taking a risk that could end our stock, you know?
Yeah, because he can always just like hit you with banana or something. And then and then the other thing is, I mean, we talked about how exploitable Reflector is. I think he's one of the characters that can exploit Reflector incredibly well with his projectile, because like he can throw the banana, you reflect it, and then he just comes at you and punishes you.
I've had that happen. I've reflected it, and he has caught it on his aggressive option, and he hits me with it in hand now because I reflected it.
Yeah, so it's like you can't just rely on that move. I feel like there's gonna be people that are gonna say like, oh, just edge guard him. He's one of the hardest characters in the game to edge guard if you fight a good Diddy. Like
I agree.
You're not going to hit him out of his barrels like most of the time.
Look at Tweak, bro.
Yeah.
It's so hard to hit Tweak off stage.
Yeah, you're not going to just like go off stage and hit him. Even though you can, like if you hit him, it's great, like he'll die, but that's like not something you can rely on.
It's not like the backbone of them. Like Min. We Min up because we edge guard her.
Yeah,
Diddy is not anywhere near that. Yeah. I think something sticks out to me about Diddy. Like in my head, I think, oh, well, I could shine barrels off stage and he explodes. I could spot dodge side B. I could up smash his dash attack, whether or not he ends up on the left or right of me. And just this collection that I have of like knowledge against Diddy, when I have to get so nitty gritty with what I need to punish and what I have to figure out to deal with the matchup, it's reminiscent of like Pikachu or Game & Watch. It's like, wow, this is so I need like every inch that I can get in these situations, and I know I need it. Like if I'm not doing all that, it's gonna be near impossible to just like defeat a Diddy that's at the same level or better, you know?
Mm-hmm. And then even then it's like, okay, well, you have these options, but they can just choose not to do them. They don't even have to do those options to like put you in the situation to punish them.
They just stand there with a banana menacingly.
Yeah. So I think this might be like I said, I think that this might be his worst matchup.
I could see that you feel strongly about this. I could see a world where I put him in slight. I'm definitely not putting him near even. But you could take him in disadvantage. I get it. I totally see what you're talking about with this matchup. Hate it.
No, I hate it too. The thing is, I don't know if he has any matchups that bad. I don't know if I'm just being optimistic or not. But it's definitely a matchup where I feel like it's pretty.
Well, what would you mean by disadvantage? Is it like +2, -2?
I guess -2, yeah.
Okay. I could see, yeah, that's a little. I don't think you need to character switch against Diddy. I mean, you might because you have a character ready for it. But like people who do solo Falco main, I don't think it's a necessary step.
Yeah, no, I think you could solo Falco.
Matchup.
Yeah.
It's weird because I would almost say like Pikachu would be more of a character to counterpick against, but then I also could see Diddy being worse than Pika. I don't know if that makes sense. That sounds like sounds wrong, but
okay. I think I can explain it. I feel like if both players are kind of going in to a matchup blind, then I could see Pikachu being harder. But I think the more you like develop the matchup, I think Diddy's just worse.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh wait, hold on. I kind of want to
go for it, bro.
Mention something. Someone said, "Can't Falco laser camp him?" Or I guess just looking at chat. Can he laser camp Diddy or can he laser camp Pikachu?
Neither.
He cannot laser camp Diddy because if Diddy has banana in hand and you shoot a laser, he'll just trade. He'll happily take that trade. Then he can crawl under laser anyways.
Pikachu can also crawl under laser and spam T-Jolt to just completely beat laser. Like the best we have in that scenario is trying to do some kind of shine stuff against T-Jolt. But what Shiny Mark was doing is he would spam a bunch of T-Jolts. I would try to shine and he would come in with up B and hit me out of it. That was like the whole plan.
Yeah, quick attack. It's just funny because like it seems like there's counterplay, but then there's a counterplay to our counterplay. And so like the best option is to just not do it at all in a lot of cases.
Or do some weird, like a full hop shine maybe, and then he'll like quick attack on, you'll be high up. I don't know. Theory crafting.
Yeah. I mean, it could work. It could definitely work. Just make it harder. Yeah.
Game and Watch.
Game and Watch.
Bounce to all these guys. Get them over with.
Okay.
I used to think it was way worse than I think it is now. I think I've like learned a couple things thanks to you. I've had a couple talks with Light about it as well. Just spacey theory craft against this monstrosity of a character.
You just have to not approach him. Like it's just like a matchup where you have to just never approach him unless you know for sure you're going to like hit him.
The moment this matchup kind of shifted for me, where I feel like something clicked, I was just literally talking to Leo about it. We were at some tournament somewhere, and I think it was like Switzerland or something, and he was saying, "Oh, dude, Game and Watch, give me a minute." And he sat there and thought. Yeah, we sat there and thought about it, and he just turned to me and was like, "Bro, just shine. Just short hop shine. Just do it. Game Watch is too slow. You can't even punish it." I don't know if that's for fact, but it does feel that way.
That's definitely not true.
If you short hop shine and pull back though, he can't reach you. And most of what he wants is to jump in on you with a nair, jumping on you with a fair to threaten, maybe even back air. Like he's jumping towards you and doing something most of the time. So once you start displaying that you're just gonna shine him and contest it over and over, right? Get that like 5.8, 6 damage, whatever it is. He's forced to now discover a new path. He has to go up. He has to go super high because his short hop can't go. His full hop, I don't even think can go over our shine. But he's forced to go low with like a roll in or something, or try to force pressure, or he has to go high. You're taking away his main approach option. And I think the second you do that, almost all Game and Watch players get uncomfortable. Like it creates this discomfort and unfamiliarity in the matchup that now they have to kind of figure out on the fly. I don't know. Once I started shining and lasering and fill up bucket with laser, and then you could just shoot endlessly, and it doesn't kill you until like 90, 100. So it's not the biggest concern either way. Yeah, you cannot reflect either way.
I do agree on that. I think Reflector is a good answer. I don't think it's like unpunishable by Game and Watch, just because he does have a really good dash grab and dash attack. Like they're pretty good. But I think if the Game Watch is like constantly jumping in, then yeah, that's like a really good answer to it. Because even though Reflector's punishable on hit, it's actually it's like noticeably harder to punish if they're airborne.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and space forward tilt and down tilt too are just really good versus Game and Watch because
down tilt is such a good scoop option to capture landings to like outspace bear and then come in with the low down tilt. It goes so much further than people realize. Also baiting out up B. Right? Tomahawk shield, and we get a free punish, usually up air, but if you're feeling confident and you see the direction, you can back air too, get the kill. Yeah,
this is a little bit harder to do, but if you know Game Watch is going to dash attack you and you shield it, you can drop shield up tilt. You have enough time.
Also on their down air, which is like pointing out all the Game Watch tech. If they down air, you could parry the first hit up tilt. Really helpful. Like I almost aim to go under it. I try to get hit by down air so I could parry up tilt.
Yeah.
Because we got that frame 5.
I guess I just want to like I guess, kind of confirm something. When I say punish it, I mean, if he does like the immediate dash attack, like you have enough time to punish it, so you can drop shit off tilt.
We can reflect forward air. We can reflect the neutral B at ledge. Like that whole ledge trap sequence he does just doesn't work on us.
Yeah, so Game Watch is up. Our dash attack is -21, so plenty of time. It's plenty of time to punish it. Although I don't know if you could punish late dash attack, but if he dash attacks that early, you have enough time to just short hop down air.
My question is, how do they make dash attack -21 and up smash -6?
Yeah, no, it's pretty ridiculous. I was gonna say something else. Down air is also a move you can just drop shield up tilt. Yeah.
So we have answers, but it is one of those matchups that like you cannot go in blind.
Yeah.
You definitely see a Game Watch and bracket, and you're like, oh, you got to do this now. But I'm still sticking with slight disadvantage. I don't think it's disadvantage. I don't think it's as bad.
No, I agree. I think it's slight disadvantage as well. I think it's one of those matchups where if you play it right, it should be unfun for both people to play.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you don't, if you don't play it right, then it's only unfun for Falco to play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I see Byleth up there.
Byleth,
Top left, sitting pretty.
I feel like we slightly beat Byleth. Maybe advantage, but I think it's slight.
Okay, I'm in the same ballpark. I'm probably leaning more towards advantage, but we're in the same like general area.
Mm-hmm.
We just edge guard is so strong.
I was gonna say we definitely just edge guard her really well. The only thing is like unlike Min, Byleth just has such a good range to actually grab ledge, so it's not as free as Min. And then you also have to worry about getting a B grabbed.
Right? Yeah.
That shouldn't happen though. Like if you're edge guarding Byleth, you should always just like start from below, then do rising, fair or nair to catch them. I think it's way easier that way.
We're just coming from the side. I think that's my favorite. Just not being too high above, but also not being below, because then you have to use your jump to attack. And if you get trade, it's just bad being off stage without a jump. Also, I don't know if you can up B out of shield, if that's like something you're capable of in this matchup, it helps. Because she will just land on your shield with nair over and over. And the second you kind of force her to stop doing that, she has to reroute. She has to do different things. And again, like it always comes back to, for me, just you want to make your opponent uncomfortable. As soon as you create that discomfort, it forces them to play in a way that they aren't used to. And that's when their play style starts to crumble. But on stage, we combo the shit out of her like crazy. She could kind of ledge stall a little bit, plank a little bit. You just got to keep your range. Don't get hit by like the burst option of what is it, side B?
Yeah, the other thing is too is like they don't have good buttons to like get out of like vortexes, because Nair isn't fast enough.
Right, nothing's really fast. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I would say maybe I get slight because she's just good.
The thing about Byleth is that you could just die. Like if they forward smash you and they like they get your recovery, they forward smash you, or like they just get the right hit of Nair, even though like you have answers to it. If they actually hit you with Nair, they can just kill you.
Or just break your shield. They have a lot of really quick like answers to kill us.
Yeah, true. I agree. Let's do Greninja, because I think Tarek was in here and he mentioned Greninja. I don't know if he's still in chat or not. I hope not.
I hate Greninja, bro. Greninja? I think it's a horrible matchup for us. I really do.
You think it's horrible?
I don't think it's worse than some of the ones we've discussed, but I don't think it's good. I have always disliked it. I just think he's so quick, agile, just evasive, slippery, hard to hit, kind of difficult to combo. He has a frame to air dodge. Edge guarding is one thing. I think we can edge guard him pretty okay. Of course, you can't overextend, but on stage, bro, it devolves into just I can only short hop down air and back up. The second I move forward at all, it's just dash attack or something. Something hits me, and he's just so quick. He can edge guard us like crazy with back air too.
And counter.
Yeah. Right, you get countered off stage, you just die.
Yeah, I think it's an annoying matchup. The other thing is too is he's hard to drag down. Like normally if you try to drag down, you get the landing hitbox, even if they don't SDI. That's pretty obnoxious. Yeah, initially I like put it at even, but I definitely feel like it might be slight disadvantage.
I slight disadvantage would be where I put him.
Okay. Yeah.
I think we do okay. Like we have moves, but he's Greninja, man.
He's just
tough.
He's also hard to hit because of his hurt box. Like he's not even. I think the annoying thing about Greninja is like he's like a really tall character, but he crouches.
And he just low profiles, like everything.
Yeah, he low profiles really, really well. So I definitely agree on that.
I feel like I was just gonna say something about him. I can't remember. But yeah, screw Greninja, man.
Yeah.
And there aren't many. There's like not a lot of top Greninjas, right? There's what, like Lee in Japan, Tarek in Europe. That like, does the US even have a good one right now?
I mean,
Off the top of my head, like I could think of a band player. That's about it. That's all we got.
there's Schroeder.
Schroeder, yeah, that's true. But I don't know. He plays like everyone.
It's true, yeah. Okay, let's do Rob, because you're like the Rob expert, right?
I think we destroyed the shit out of this character, man.
Does Zombie even go Rob against you anymore?
Yeah, he tries. He does his best, but it's tough because it feels like he's playing pretty well. And then I like fair him, and he just takes like 90. Like maybe his disadvantage isn't the best. Maybe he's not SDIing as much as he could be, but Rob's just big, man. And all our drag downs set him up for such, I don't know, it just sets them up so positive for us. Whereas some characters like Bowser, you could nair drag down and you can't up tilt, you have to grab. Rob just, it feels like everything just works.
So you think it's advantage?
Gyro, and I think it's advantage, bro. I think we really shit on this character.
You think it's that bad?
Yeah, I do. But we just have Reflector to deal with his big, like, 2 projectile tools, too, that carry him in a lot of matchups.
All right, I'll go with you. I personally think it's slight, but you definitely know this matchup way more than me. I think I'm in this matchup, which is sad because I think it's like one of the most common matchups.
Yeah, it really is. I love to see it. He can edge guard, like, just the only things he does have, he can edge guard us a little bit. He has great CQC. It's scary to fight Rob up close sometimes, but I also feel like our hits mean a lot more than his, unless it's like a Z drop gyro nair or something, and then he could convert. But we even have a 2-frame air dodge, so it makes it just a little more difficult for them to convert those on us compared to like most of the cast.
I feel like we should get Doc out of the way. I'm assuming this is disadvantage.
I don't know. I haven't fought a good Doc, to be honest, but I just think he's scary.
I think he's scary too. You think he's scarier than Mario?
Way scarier than Mario.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that's my familiarity with Mario.
I just feel like his recovery's worse.
It is.
Like,
but
it's like way
on stage,
worse.
man. Pill's set up for great things.
On stage, Pill. That is true. Pill is really good. Pill's really good.
I feel like I've seen down throw down V just murder someone at like 50, and I'm like, oh.
He kills really early. Yeah.
Great at a shield. I would only say slight advantage. I don't think he's like even with us or anything. But if you want to keep an advantage, man, I'm not stopping you.
I'll do slight advantage. I definitely don't have no experience of the matchup, but I also feel like that's wild though. You think Doc is slight advantage, but Rob is this full on advantage?
Do we shit on Rob? We really do, bro. I don't know. You could put Rob in slight advantage if you want, bro. I just think we shit on Rob.
No, I mean I believe you because you, like I said, you know the matchup better than I would say anyone. Or at least you play.
Would you rather fight a Rob or a Dr. Mario?
I'd rather fight Dr. Mario. What the hell?
What?
Absolutely.
You're crazy, Larry.
I like characters you can edge guard. I feel like Doc you can edge guard.
Rob you can edge guard. You just got to be a little ballsy with it.
Nah, you can't edge guard that. He's like flying up like this, just stalling.
Oh, down air. They're not ready for it. They don't know how to tech. Robs can't tech. That's another thing.
Robs can't.
They haven't gotten that far. Bro, I'm gonna run to use the bathroom. Why don't you do the 3 me's? Because I have absolutely nothing to add to any of those.
The 3 me's. Yeah. Okay, I'll just be really quick. I think me brawler. Falco's even. Falco combos him really well, but I feel like Mii's neutral is really good. He also can just he can kill Fox really early. I think the big difference between Mario and Mii Brawler is the mobility. Mii Brawler's mobility is just a lot better than Dr. Mario, so he can work in neutral a lot better. Mii Gunner, I think it's slight advantage. It's similar to Samus, but Mii Gunner is just slower. I feel like they're more gimmicky, or I guess I should say more. Well, yeah, I think they're more gimmicky, but I also think it's just a matchup that's like less explored. But playing it a few times, I think Falco wins. And then Mii Sword Fighter, I'll be completely honest, I don't really know that much about Mii Sword Fighter, but just going off of Sword Fighter's frame data and other things, I think Falco just beats him. Not really much else to add. I'm definitely not like Mii Sword Fighter is the Mii I know the least about. So I put Brawler in at even. I put Gunner and Sword Fighter at slight advantage. Or Gunner and Sword Fighter are matchups I don't really know much about, especially Sword Fighter.
But you're like the king of Mii Brawler. You're like the Mii Brawler guy. Like when people want to learn about Mii Brawler, bro, Larry Lurr. Like that's all they think about.
I mean, me or Esam, I guess, but
it's better Fox.
He is better Fox. Speaking of Fox.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Where do you want to put him?
Slight advantage.
Okay. I was thinking the same thing. You know what's funny? During quarantine, I talked to Light, and I told him I thought this matchup was Light advantage. He was saying he thinks it's even or Fox wins. And I was like, oh, interesting. Yeah, he said that, and I think after he played you, he's like, yeah, I think Fox might lose this.
Like, I mean, yeah, edge guarding. It always goes back to edge guarding. One hit, and we carry Fox off stage. I always think the big difference is we can edge guard him hard, and he cannot edge guard us at all.
Mm-hmm. I think the only thing that Fox has in this matchup really is just neutral. Like he can, like he definitely beats us in neutral. But then, like if he gets hit, he should die or be close to dying.
He has speed too. Speed's just tough. We get ledge trapped sometimes. That could be difficult.
Yeah, but the fortunate thing is that because of Falco's hitboxes, you can trade with him pretty effectively.
2-frame air dodge is kind of annoying when we combo him. That's like the big thing. If he like throws you up, specifically when I fight Light, I don't do it against any other Fox. When I fight Light and he has me in a juggle position, I almost always reroute to ledge. Like I'll side B, go deep off stage, come back with up B. Like at most he's gonna try to 2-frame down smash me or something, so it just feels inconsistent. And I think getting back from ledge is way easier than getting back from the juggle situation.
From above, I agree. Yeah. Fox's parry is it's broken. He literally has the best parry in the game because parry up tilt just
parry anything, bro.
Yeah. Exactly.
only maybe close to Falco. I think Falco's parry could be better, if not the same, because we have parry up tilt, parry F tilt, parry down tilt.
It's just Fox's parry, because Fox has parry up tilt and dash attack.
That's pretty good.
All right, let's get rid of the other spacey wolf.
What do you think, Mr. Coleman?
I think it's even.
You think it's even? I would go even. Okay. I have no strong pulls on it. I used to think it was worse than I do now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know you hate this matchup. I think it's pretty fun.
I don't know about fun, but we have stuff. Well, right? We could deal Game and Watch isn't fun, but we have stuff.
I think Wolf is fun.
Yeah, I don't know. We edge guard him pretty well, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to have the right setups, which would be like RAR down air if he goes low for up B. If he's gonna side B, you could just contest it with almost anything. As long as your move's out first, he can't if you're closer to him too, you want to be closer to him when you're edge guarding than further away, so you can't get that sweet spot hitbox of side B. If just in case you miss, you don't want to die, right? Even if you miss and you're close, side B just lightly launches you back on the stage.
He's one of those characters that is more susceptible to being Vortex because he doesn't have fast buttons.
You think Wolf?
Yeah, he can't just like if he's in a situation where most characters would be able to I guess Luigi, for example, or even Mario, they just mash Nair because they have a fast Nair, they have a frame 3 Nair. Wolf's Nair is frame 7. Yeah, so he's not going to be able to just throw out an aerial if he's slightly above you and you're in a position where you can get a pseudo combo off of him in a lot of cases.
Because Nair's just so good. It's hard for me to juggle Wolf, but maybe I just try to contest him too high up. Maybe I need to wait for him to come down and try to handle his landing more so than trying to just beat his Nair. Because you could up air it, but it's just difficult. It's just his hitbox is so big.
Yeah, no, the hitbox is big. There's times where I'll play Wolf or I'll play against Wolf and then I'll up tilt when in spots where I know I shouldn't be doing and I just trade and it's why am I doing this? I think the better option is just to parry it or just whip punish it.
So, what's your experience in the Ice Climbers matchup?
So Peckham actually uses Ice Climbers, so I played that matchup a lot yesterday too. So I might just be being very optimistic, but I think the matchup's probably even.
That's optimistic.
I don't think Falco wins.
Have you fought Big D ever?
The only time I've ever fought Big D was in 2019. I think he had just beaten Zachary. And then he explained, and then he explained the matchup to me, and then we played a set and I beat him. But he also just explained exactly what to do against him, and I won.
Let's do this, bro. What the hell?
And I went Wolf. I didn't go Falco.
Okay, well there you go. I'm a little less familiar than you, but I do think at a glance, just because the nature of our forward air and neutral air, it could be difficult for Ice Climbers to deal with. Not only because they could shield it and then punish maybe, but you're dealing with 2 shields now, and there's a little delay. The Nana's always going to be slightly behind what Sopo's doing. So when you use these multi-hit moves, even if one of them gets clipped at the end of fair, it just splits them up, which is really what creates the advantage in that matchup. I also think shooting lasers, because laser only hits one of them, could create a difference in percent, which then if you get an opening, it splits them up more and more instead of just having them be in the same spot the whole time. That's really all I got. And when you edge guard ICs, Just let them go to ledge, and then edge guard the second one coming up. Run off down air, run off anything. It's really easy once you do it.
Them having 2 shields is actually, in a lot of cases, it's worse for us because things are more unsafe on shield.
Mm-hmm. Even more negative.
Yeah, so you have to be careful about fairing because if you fair, it's like even more unsafe, and it's easier for them to eyeball if you do a high one. So like let's say you do the high fair and then you do the landing hit and they parry it.
Yeah,
it's like easier for them to get that.
I can see. I mean, I'm not too informed on ice timers. I was just told how to edge guard them once, and I'm like, oh, that matchup's easy, bro.
Yeah, no, off stage isn't bad. It's just on stage that's the annoying thing. Yeah, laser's good because like let's say ice climbers do their desync nonsense. You can laser them and sync them back up.
Right.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, do you think that's a valid strategy, just like laser camp, shine camp, like that play style?
No, it's definitely really good. You being able to use your projectiles and stuff is really good in the matchup. And then Falco's also really good at separating them with his throw. So forward throw, when you forward throw one of the ice climbers, the hitbox from forward throw actually sends the other one further away.
I'll go for up throw and then I get up smash usually.
Yeah, no, you do not you do not up throw in that matchup.
Okay, good to know.
But yeah, I would probably put it at even.
What, even? Or yeah, I'm down with even. I don't think it's losing. ZSS?
Zero Suit. So I know you definitely think that Zero Suit wins, or that Falco wins, right?
Yeah, probably slight, not like too hard.
Yeah. I'll put it slight, but I also think that none of the Zero Suit players play it right. Like I guess a perfect example is Mars. He literally doesn't DI up throw. He doesn't DI up throw.
No, bro, I conditioned him to not DI up throw.
Dude, I told him because like you would kill him. You would kill him at up throw and up throw something at 80, and I'm just like, how is that happening? He like doesn't work. What is your cat? Your cat.
Yeah, I like it. I think we can test her height well.
I agree.
All our fair drag downs work really well. Like we could up smash anything really.
Yeah, she's like the freest character to get fair drag down up smash on for some reason. Like even easier than big bodies.
She's tall too. Just as we talked about before, like the height always helps us in a matchup.
The reason why I think it could be even is just because I think a really good Zero Suit is hard to hit, and Falco doesn't really have anything to effectively pin her down,
right? Because
of her mobility. And up throw doesn't work that well on her, even though
she falls out pretty early. I mean, Mars doesn't, but
it just doesn't. Yeah.
I fought Doorstop a bunch, Mars a bunch, and the AOS a lot of times. So I feel like it's pretty broad how I fought ZSS, and Mars has been the only one that I could get like those.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they play that Zare game, if they keep their positioning, it could get a little like funky at times. But you just gotta handle it like I would say handle Sephiroth or Ike or anyone with a big sword, just like parry, try to get in, or just space right outside of it and then make your rush in, and don't necessarily commit to anything. But like it's an incremental matchup, right? You gotta step by step to get to them. You can't just like run and get them.
Mm-hmm. All right, do you want to talk about Sephiroth?
Yeah, bring out Seph, bro. I hate that guy.
All right.
Personally, I think I would say this is Falco's worst matchup. I know Larry said Diddy Kong potentially earlier. It's funny that neither one of us think Game & Watch or Pikachu.
Yeah.
I think Seph, obviously big sword, hard to get around. We're not necessarily stubby, but if we kind of are, we're also a little slow, which just getting in on Seph feels painful. He doesn't have great at a shield. I know Nair isn't the fastest move, but it does enough, I think, against us to like just get us off of him. I don't know. I feel like edge guarding Sephiroth is just non-existent. Larry will shed some more light on that in a moment. And also, there's not much shining in the matchup. All he really has are 2 projectiles that a good Seph probably won't get like reflected, right? He'll just save them or use them at the right points. He could plank. I just hate planking, man. I hate dealing with people that just plank. It's really just annoying. And in disadvantage, it always feels so scary to me. It just feels like he could take one slight guess and just murder us off of it. Just up air is so big, back air is so strong, up smash is huge. He's just big, man. He's a big guy. He's tall though. That's the one benefit. And he's light, tall and light.
Let me talk about the edge guarding first. So yeah, I've been talking to Tilde about it because he just thinks the edge guarding aspect of the match was really, really hard. I think that there's a lot of moments, if you understand how Sephiroth's up B works, you can checkmate him. And what I mean by that is, like, let's say Sephiroth is like pretty far off stage and you're like somewhat close to him. If you chase him and throw out like a fair or down air, he has 2 options. He's either going to do Sonic Blade, I think that's what the up B is that's not charged, it's called. If he does that, the hitbox on it isn't very big. So you'll either trade or beat it. And if you trade or beat that move,
but then what if he just holds up B?
If he holds up B, then it has a good amount of start when you just hit him. It's called Blade Dash.
But I feel like it's so fast.
The Blade Dash?
No, the strong one, whichever.
Octo Slash?
And then you take like 30.
Octo Slash, do you want to know when it comes out, the hitbox?
Go ahead, bro.
Comes out frame 36.
Oof.
Yeah. Also, the Blade Dash hitbox comes out frame 25.
Which is still not the fastest.
Yeah.
I have no issue edge guarding the light one. I think it's all from fear that the heavy one's going to come out. But if it's as slow as you're saying, maybe I could just rush in there, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, as soon as you, like, there's just moments where if you think he's going to Octo Slash and you're close enough, you'll just hit him before it comes out.
But, you know, Sephiroth anyways.
Yeah.
The rest of what I mentioned just seems difficult. I don't know. I've had people, like, switch off their mains just to go Seph. Because, I mean, maybe it's because they know I hate it more so than they think Falco sucks at it.
Probably, yeah.
I shouldn't say that anymore.
I
like every matchup.
Just say you hate Rob, bro. Just say you hate Rob.
I have no weaknesses. I kind of hate fighting Fox. Oh.
Yeah, the thing about Sephiroth, like the moments or the situations you brought up, I feel like they're commitments. Like, even if he guesses right, he's not going to be able to like continue advantage in a lot of cases. Like, let's say like he like goes out and attempts an up air, he's not going to be in a position where he's going to be able to like hit us back in the air or like get another hit in a lot of cases.
Yeah, you can't frame trap off it. Yeah.
And the move itself has a good amount of startup. Like, if you think if he's in a spot where you think he's gonna up air, he's most likely gonna up air because he has to commit to it. Like, a lot of his moves just require a good amount of commitment. Yeah, he can't just throw it out and be safe unless it's like Bear and he has wing.
If you had to put Seph in a category right now, where would he go?
I would put him in even. I personally think it's even. But I think it's one of those matchups where if you're playing slightly off, it can be really, really hard, especially just because of the edge guarding aspect. Also, something I want to bring up, Sephiroth planking. If he's planking and then like he goes for Octo Slash, you can just jump over and down air.
Just like full hop, let the move end, drop down there.
Yeah.
I'm still in a slight disadvantage kind of guy, bro. But it's you could pick. You could pick whichever you want. Because I would put him in disadvantage on mine, maybe.
You put him in disadvantage on your... I'll put him in disadvantage, but only because you think it's that bad. And I mean, I've already explained why I think it's not that bad. Or I guess something else.
If you think it's even, why don't we compromise and put it in slight disadvantage?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said disadvantage.
No, I said. Oh, yeah. I said I would put it in slight disadvantage. You think? Wait, you think it's disadvantage? You think it's that bad?
If you look at my other tier list I made about like 8 months ago, I think so. Yeah, I think that's where I put him.
Bro, it's definitely.
He's so lame.
The other thing
he's
is
the embodiment of lame, bro.
I'll say something else. If you just like space fair and pin him in his shield, he doesn't have an answer for it. He has to jump away.
Like cross up or just space?
No, just space fair. He can't he can't narrow the shield to punish you.
All right, yeah, I'm down.
All right.
I'll try it. You'll see.
The funny thing about that is that this is a matchup I would go Wolf in anyways.
Okay. Well.
I actually wouldn't even play it.
I've thought about doing Fox for that matchup before.
Okay.
I feel like Fox just runs him over.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like considered one of his worst matchups by both Fox and Sephiroth. So
considerable.
Yeah, do it.
What about Yoshi, bro?
I don't know because I have not fought any good Yoshis. I think
surprising. I have like 7 over here.
Yeah, New York is insane. I don't know what you guys put in that water, but you guys are just fucked up.
Something bad, bro.
You guys are fucked up. You got Yoshi's, Wii Fits,
Pac-Man.
Yeah,
Yoshi sucks, man. Double jump armor is stupid. That's it, man. That's all I got. I don't know. Edge guarding him is kind of annoying. I like to stay on ledge and just neutral air, full hop neutral air, short hop neutral air, run off neutral air to catch air dodges, right? Whatever works. It's usually rinse and repeat. On stage, I just try to find the nair. That's it. I look for the nair because he's just going to be doing a whole bunch of aerial drift mashing. Tomahawk shields in to punish his neutral air comes in clutch a lot. I do that a lot against Yoshi because our up smash is so big. You could just land and put shield up, they'll nair, up smash. That's it. I would say I wouldn't put it in advantage though, to be honest.
You think it's even?
I would say even, yeah, for Yoshi. I just don't love it.
No, I agree. I think the other thing is too, like, again, it's not a matchup I really know very well, but I feel like you can't really touch Yoshi's shield because nair out of shield is really good. so you can't land on
Fair.
top of him with an aerial. Like you said, double jump armor is pretty obnoxious. Something I want to bring up is like his egg. Like when he recovers with egg, you don't have to respect it. Like,
Right, yeah, you just break through it.
yeah, you just break through and hit him. So like if Yoshi tries to go high, you can kind of mess him up for that.
I'm good with even. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't got much to say about Yoshi, man.
Yeah.
He's his own gimmick.
Okay, let's talk about Palu.
We both have a good Paolo experience, I think. I don't know how much you fight Chase or and Louis, but
My main Palu experience has come from Jump Steady. It's like literally it. I mean,
hey, so I think we do well. She's tall again. Back air works. She can't do the whole like, oh, I'm Palutena. It's last hit. I'm just gonna like sit in the corner and throw shit. Because we could just reflect it. Like we could deal with it and get in on her, which she doesn't want. She wants to be away from us, I think, in the matchup.
Autoretical, you could also side B through.
Exactly. Yeah. You could open her up pretty easily. Go ahead, bro.
I feel like this is a matchup where I feel like it's probably even, but every Palu, in my opinion, doesn't play it well. So I would probably put it in slight advantage only for that reason.
That's fair. I like slight advantage, yeah. I started getting punished out of when I fair their shield and cross up, they just down air. That's become like a decent counter to me.
Yeah.
Edge guarding. We get edge guarded. Like it's not a surprise, but she can do it pretty well with her down tilt chains. And you just have to DI out and kind of reset and hope she misses. I mean, that's in my experience, that's all I got.
Up smash too. Up smash hits really well.
Yeah. I mean, her up smash, I was going to say too. Her up smash actually on ledge, like it prevents us from doing any of our high-ish angles. We're kind of forced low just by the threat of it.
Yeah.
Neutral air could be kind of difficult to deal with because I don't think there's like one tried and true way to deal with it or punish it. Sometimes I can nair, sometimes I can up smash. It just feels kind of finicky. Like I don't rely on it, you know. Most of the time, if I'm playing well, I think when nair hits my shield, I roll away or I just get out of there and kind of reset. Try to approach from a different angle.
You could also, you could whip punish it. I'm pretty sure Falco has enough time to like parry up tilt, like in between hits.
It's good to know. I'll try that.
But yeah, I think it's a matchup that I feel like on paper it should be even, but I also just feel like none of the Palus I play it well enough. So I'd probably just put it side advantage just from experience.
Pal is so good, dude. She's so stupidly good. I still think she's like top 7, top 8. She's so stupidly good to me.
Yeah, dude, I call her the trash lady.
Taking out all the bottom tiers.
Yeah, dude, she's the trash lady. She just takes care of everything.
Back air and dash attack have invincibility.
Yeah.
Or what is it? Intangibility.
No, they're invincible.
Invincible, just the shield part though, not like the whole character.
Yeah, it's just a shield. Up air, that hitbox is ginormous, and it freaking frame traps.
It's not weak.
Yeah.
What about Terry? I'm interested to hear what you have to say about Terry.
I think Terry is even, and
I would say even.
Yeah, this is why. For some reason, Terry just randomly falls out of up throw. Like there's like some weird percents where it doesn't work on him, and it's not consistent. It's like I want to say I up threw a Terry at like 37 and he fell out of it, but then I up throw him at like 42 and that shit hits.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's because of the way he spins when you throw him up, and when the laser hits him based on his percent.
Yeah, so it's like there's just certain percents where you can't use your best combo throw on him. That being said, if you go for like the down throw, like fair drag down loops, he's the character that works on the best. But
yeah, if
they know the counterplay, then it doesn't work at all because you'll get the landing hit, so you have to go for like a tech chase combo.
Edge guarding also feels like I'm not gonna say free, but it feels good for us. Like we just kind of keep a fixed distance away from him, about the distance of crap, whatever it is,
crack shoot, yeah,
sure. Okay, that one. It's scary when he does the high one though that can spike you. That's the only
power
one
dunk?
that I'm a little like iffy on power dunk when I'm edge guarding, but the rest it just feels like wait, punish,
yeah.
rinse and repeat.
Dude, power dunk's one of the most messed up moves in the game that people don't realize. It's insane because if he auto cancels it, that's like one of the safest moves. Yeah, it's
and he just starts jabbing again.
Yeah,
and he just does it.
You can't even parry it. You can't even parry.
I have too much hate for Terry. I can't even get into it.
Yeah, dude. The up throw really gets me. Like it's really just the up throw thing for me. It's like insane how inconsistent it is.
I have an 8-month-old niece, and I think she could play Terry competently at the same level that all top Terrys play.
Wow, that is
that character is so like Unga, just mash, no thought. I hate Terry so much.
Okay, speaking of a character that can just like BS or up throws, Corin.
Weird one, because she's not great. You wouldn't think it's a bad matchup, but I don't think it's good.
I think we lose.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I would put slight disadvantage, bro.
Yeah,
her moves just combo well. They juggle us well. She frame traps like a mother, bro. You cannot escape her with air dodges.
She's currently one of the most underrated characters in the game. Because, like, what is she even bad at? Like, actually. Like, what is she, like, super, like, horrendous at?
I mean, her speed's not the greatest. That's what her recovery, I think, is abusable. Like, we could downer her up B. Unless it's the invincible part.
It depends on the character. It also, it also depends on how she recovers. Like, it depends on how she recovers in the character. Because there's some characters where she can angle her up B so where you can't hit her. Because her wing's not a hurt box.
See, I didn't even know that. So
yeah, well, like when you're hitting her head.
What frame is her? How's her out of shield? I'm trying to think of her up B and nair. I'm not sure of the frame data.
I think her nair's like frame 5 or something.
That's not bad.
And it hits on both sides.
She feels like when you're in melee and you're Falco and you get hit by Marth. That's how it feels in this game when you get hit by Corin. You just forward air, up air, like. Yeah,
she combos really well. And then something else to bring up. She is the character that Falco can't up throw. Like, the window to up throw her is so small. With no rage.
16%.
Yeah, with no rage, it's 40. Like, she gets out of 40. You have to opt to down throw her. And then playing neutral against her in general is like not that good for Falco.
For me, it just goes down to like fish for a parry and try to get something off of it. Speaking of up throw being like a move and not working ever, Mythra. All right. If you're ready to move on from Corin,
I'm ready. This is definitely a matchup I initially thought was slight disadvantage when I talked to you more, and you definitely feel like change my opinion on it a bit.
I think it's slight advantage. Yeah, personally, I think we win the matchup.
Oh, you think we beat Pyra Mythra?
I think we beat Pyra Mythra. I do. We're an edge guarding monster, bro. We're a machine. Falco's crazy. If she's off stage, she should be dead in my mind. I think Pyra, we don't really have to worry about. I think we can just fight Pyra, right? We could just CQC. We could just deal with the blades, get some parries and whatever. Like, it feels more natural. Mythra's the character that it's like frame trap hell, and you're just kind of stuck until like you take the 60% tax and then you play the game. It's like that kind of character. Other than that, though, bro, you really got to find the one opening. Like, that's all I see in the matchup. One opening and then you kill her off of it. And it's similar to Min. Like, they're great. They're fast as on stage too, Pyra and Mythra. The second they leave the stage, it should just be out. It should be like done.
I'm surprised you think that we win.
You're thinking even? Is that where you're at?
I think it's even. Like,
I think I was only. Go ahead, bro.
Initially I thought we lost, but then talking to you, I definitely think I was leaning more towards even. I don't know about win, just because I feel like foresight is obnoxious to deal with Mythra. Pyra off stage, like on stage, Pyra gets destroyed by Falco on stage, but off stage, like her edge guarding
us.
Yeah, if you go low, you
just her down air, really though.
I mean, that's a big thing.
I mean, it's a big ass move, but half the characters in the game have a pretty good like answer to our recovery. I feel like that's just a general Falco flaw more than like this big turning point in the matchup. We could also up be out of shield like crazy in this matchup. Yeah. You're right about the bats within that she has, but I try to view that in like it just means they're going to be a lot more antsy to air dodge. So if you do call it out, like you get that air dodge punish, you get that hard like. I like doing up tilt, wait, let them air dodge and down air or something just to get hard combos.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is just more of a, you have to be more aware of like what works and what doesn't work on her combo wise. I don't know, bro. I still don't think we win.
At the same time, I'm saying we win. I also think she's the best character in the game, hands down.
Really?
Yeah, so I think she's the best, but I also think we win the matchup. It's Falco, man. But then we lose to like Jigglypuff. Like, that's our character.
You think we lose to Jigglypuff?
Slightly.
I think we beat Jigglypuff.
Okay. All right. We're going to figure this out. I think the only way I was able to drag you out of slight disadvantage with Mythra is because I'm in advantage. I'm not just at even, bro. I'm trying to pull you all the way over.
You're trying to pull me all the way over? Yeah, I just feel like the on-stage presence of Mythra is really strong. On top of the fact that, like, we can edgeguard her, but she switches to Pyra and then they can edgeguard us, like, hard.
But her down air is it's not fast, you know? And it is, I'm not going to say laggy, but it takes some time to like reset for it again. And just the mix up between side B and up B, I feel like that's enough to just, you're at least 50-50ing the situation.
True. But I think in that situation, she doesn't have to switch to Pyra. Like, she could just do it in the surefire in a surefire moment where she knows for sure she'll get it. Because like, let's say she thinks you're gonna side B right with Mythra, she can just stay Mythra and just go for 2-frame down tilt.
I can see that. Yeah. I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Mythra is the tough one. Mythra is definitely the
absolutely.
one you can get me on.
Yeah.
But Pyra's, I feel like she comes out and I'm like, oh, good. I get to like beat up a sandbag right now.
Yeah, no, I agree on that. Like ideally, you only want to go Mythra when you know for sure you're going to be able to get an edge guard and like, or you need to mix your recovery. But I definitely agree. I think Mythra's hard.
I would say slight advantage, but you could go even. I've taken a couple from you.
Yeah, I'll go even. Let's talk about Puff because we have very different opinions.
I have a bad history in this matchup. I feel like obviously you can't use your jump off stage. The second you do that, you lose. Smashville also I learned is a bad stage for us in that matchup. I didn't know that the first time. Learned that pretty quick. Because she gets close to you and it's aerial drift, incredible aerial drift combined with safe fish hitboxes. And then if you get like opened up by anything, it becomes her advantage, which is scary. I've been told that Falco can edgeguard Puff harder than Puff can edgeguard Falco. I don't think I agree with that personally. I think we can edgeguard, but like Puff is crazy off stage. One call out and you're dead. That's it.
I think Puff is a matchup where you have to rely on up B more because
side B so yeah.
Well, it's just the hitbox. Like with the Falco up B, it's harder for her to deal with because she could just trade or just lose sometimes. And then with side B, Falco's side B hitbox is not good. So it's like anything beats it.
I also think we need to be below her in order to win that matchup. Like the second we're below her, it gets way easier. It's just anti-airing her. But like when we're above and we have to land or we have to recover, it feels tough. Like I'm not dead certain on this one as much as I would be confident in my Seph idea, but my Seph ideology. But I just, in my experience, I don't like it. I'm not the most practiced in the Jigs matchup, but damn, it seems kind of annoying. It's just like wait for them to fuck up and then hit them.
It's funny because I've randomly played base mage a lot on online because no, I actually don't mind the matchup. It's just funny because like I'll play him on Elite Smash because we will normally be playing around the same time. So like I played literally hours against him, Falco Puff, like just literally on Elite Smash. At the same time, the one time I played him in tournament, I didn't even go Falco. So like I'm an idiot. I'm an absolute idiot. But yeah, I think Falco wins just because I feel like on stage it's really hard for Puff to like do anything about Falco. Like if you go like if Puff does pound and she doesn't do like a super spaced one, it's pretty easy for Falco to punish. Yeah, I think if she pounds though, you get up smash out of shield, you get nair out of shield, you get there. She's another.
She dies early too.
She dies early. She's another character that if she does an SDI drag down, she kind of gets messed up. Her air dodge is also really bad. She has a really bad air dodge. So it's like, yeah, she either does her air dodge and like gets juggled, or like she opts for rest.
You think advantage? I think slight disadvantage.
Me in the middle go even.
My spidey senses tell me to put her in slight advantage because Falco's good. Yeah, fake optimism. Yeah,
fake optimism.
Our character's great. I swear.
Something else to bring up is like I think Falco does really good at air versus her. If you just go for back air,
like juggling her. Yeah, I think it's
No. Like let's say you're both just meeting each other in the air. I think Falco. Like if you think Puff is going in the air to like go up to throw out an aerial, and you go in the air to throw out an aerial, and you're like back airing, I think most of the time it'll come out in Falco's favor.
Up air or back air, I would say.
Up air too, yeah, true.
No multi hits though, for sure. That's the whole like issue.
Yeah.
How about you pick between even and slight advantage?
All right. I mean, I definitely think it's slight, so we'll go.
Okay, you know the matchup more than me for sure. Yo, Meta Knight.
Meta Knight.
Yeah.
I played against a few. I'm like leaning between slight advantage and even.
Oh wow, okay.
You think
I would probably end up in even, but I would teeter towards slight disadvantage a little bit because I think it's the whole short thing, right? Short, quick, good combos, hard to edge guard.
For me personally, because of his fall speed, I think he's like really not bad to combo or juggle. Like I think the way Min and I plays is very linear, so he's not really going to be able to like he'll use being on the ground, yeah, but I don't think he has like any crazy options outside of dash attack. And if like that range, you're like you know where to be and like what to worry about.
Right. He edge guards us like crazy too, like very cheesy, like, oh, you got tapped by one hit of this move and now you're dead kind of edge guards.
Yeah, he can edge guard well. I agree on that.
It's pretty. It's somewhat like Greninja-esque for me. It's just fast, good dash tag. You get comboed off of it. Kind of hard to edge guard. I think Greninja is easier to edge guard than Meta Knight by far.
I agree. You're not edge guarding him. Yeah, we could definitely go even. We could definitely. Yeah,
I got to fight Bonk a bunch. He's my practice for this character.
I played Bonk once and I went Wolf. So.
Yeah. Secondary sounds kind of nice, bro.
Dude, Falco Wolf.
Falco Fox. Yo, Falco Street Fighter 6.
Falco Street. Dude, Manon. Who are you playing in 6?
I have not played 6 yet, but when I played the demo, I was a Guile.
You're a Guile?
I'm crouching in the corner, yep.
You definitely look like a Guile player. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you. Charge characters, bro. Mega Man?
Mega Man? Okay.
Off the rip, slight advantage, I would say.
Okay. I was gonna say that too, but I also think that match was annoying.
Because of lemons? Because
of that, and I also just think like some of Mega Man's Metal Blade setups can be obnoxious. But I think he gets comboed really hard.
Oh, more than like most, I would say.
Yeah.
It's just perfect height, perfect weight, perfect everything. Leaf Shield is annoying, but we could punish it, right? We could literally, if they whiff it, just side B or shine it if they throw it towards us. So we have answers either way. We reflect like 60% of his kit. I think that's pretty important.
Yeah, I agree on that. I could definitely go slight advantage. You want to get Ganon out of the way, just put him in advantage. I think.
Grab DK, grab.
You know what?
Diddy.
Yeah, DDD.
Where's DDD? I was looking for him.
I'll put K-Rool in advantage too.
Yeah. There's an argument for K-Rool because I forget what the exact frame is. It's either 4 or 5, his up tilt, and it's really good at handling us pressuring his shield. On top of that, he has super armor with Nair that makes it. You have to think. You can't just like DDD or Ganon in this matchup. You do have to have some form of positioning in order to him up as hard as we can.
You just go behind
I would still put him at advantage.
Yeah, I was
just
saying. You just go behind him. You could also spike him out of his recovery. You know that, right?
I just back air 50 times. That's all I do.
Like, you can legit spike him out of it.
Like from above?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just hard. It's tight.
You have to come in at like a 45-degree angle, basically.
From his front or back? His front, right?
Front, yeah.
Like hit his stupid head hanging out. Stupid crocodile head.
Dude, DK, I'm too big of a DK believer to put him in advantage.
Okay, we'll talk about DK in a sec. Dedede, Ganondorf, and K-Rool, it's just we Falco them to death. Specifically, Dedede and Ganon, they just get kind of shafted, I want to say. Dedede's whole game plan gets neglected by Shine and then our combos. Ganon's just Ganon. And K-Rool has a few things, but at the end of the day, he is still super heavy and he's still fat, and it's easy to hit him. And edge guarding is rinse and repeat with that guy. That's my take. Yeah. And we can reflect his two arguably good moves. We just reflect.
I think the best way to explain those matchups is that Falco wins neutral and can also pressure. And if Falco has those two things on you, you're probably just going to have a really bad time. On top of the fact that he can also combo and edge guard them. Like their only benefit is that they can kill early. It's like,
but even then,
it's like they're hoping you mess up. I think those matchups are just an execution test. Like if you're playing well, you're not going to lose.
Donkey Kong. I personally would put him right in between DDD and Ganon, bro. He does not exist to me. But what's your take?
I think it's slight advantage because I feel like DK actually has a better neutral game than the other three. Like he can actually fight Falco in neutral really well. And I also think he edge guards Falco like surprisingly well because 4 till 2 frames. If you go low and up B, he can reverse up B or reverse down B spike you. So
collectively, we're saying that Donkey Kong has a better chance of beating Falco than Rob. I just want to make sure.
All right, you know what? I'll put it here. I need to run a set with you. Do you have the Wi-Fi mod?
I do not have the mod.
God damn.
No, I don't pirate my Switch, dude. Sorry.
What are you talking about? It's not
I'm
pirating.
Not a criminal.
I'm not a criminal either, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I got me a Switch that is not pirated. You know, I got me.
Nice.
Got this.
Nice. Oh, just authentic too.
Authentic. Yeah, it's a real Switch, non-modded. I also have a modded one. Let's do Bowser. Let's get rid of all the big bodies.
Okay.
I think this matchup's even. I hate this matchup so much.
Okay, no, I can work with that. I was gonna say slight because I don't think it's as bad as the other ones.
Yeah, no, I hate this matchup. It's really
he has weird things. weird things. Like when you drag down, he could F tilt and it like pulls him back and then hits us. Like very strange matchup checks. Also, I think, as you said, DK can play neutral better than the other three. I think Bowser almost definitely plays neutral better than all four.
I absolutely agree, yeah. Plays neutral better. He kills earlier. He has
crazy out of shield game.
He has up B out of shield, which is frame 6. You can't, you have to space all your moves on him. He also can just 2-frame really well, and like his 2-frame forward tilt kills. Same thing with down tilt.
He takes forever to kill. He just does not die. Side B is the stupidest move in the game, and I hate it.
Yeah. Have you ever talked to Juice about this matchup?
Yeah.
He's really good at this matchup.
He definitely said something along the lines of like, just fuck him up. What are you doing? Just hit him.
Did he really just say that?
He definitely went into more detail afterwards, but that was like, just dude, what?
Because I feel like out of all the Falco players I've seen, he was like the best one at it.
Yeah, he plays the matchup super well. There's like some really old school VODs of that. But I also think Leon has gotten a lot better than he used to be.
I agree. I definitely agree on that.
Fair is a war crime. Fair just reaches like 3 times above Bowser's head for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, he just has so much. Flame Breath too. Flame Breath just does a lot of damage.
Yeah. I could see even.
Okay.
I think slight advantage would be slightly optimistic. I think even would be kind of pessimistic, but either way.
I'm pretty pessimistic about this match.
Take it, bro. Yeah, you play well, of course. Take a top team.
Incineroar?
Never fought Sky J, but I would say slight advantage at a glance. I feel like that's fair.
I agree. No,
he's slow. We body him, we edge guard him for free. He's scary, and he'll 2-piece you.
Yeah, I was gonna say the 2 big things is like you can't be afraid of side B because you just jump out and hit him. The same thing about his up B. Like his up B actually does not have super armor all the way up. So if he's like a little past halfway, his up B distance, you can just spike him out of it.
Good to know. Also, create the laser game, like introduce that so they have to think about it and throw out some counters, and then if they counter and you don't shoot, you could side B them, stuff like that. Like you could definitely abuse their lack of speed without just letting them use revenge and benefit off of it.
Yeah,
I feel like it's a pretty simple matchup.
Piranha Plant?
I don't have many thoughts about that one. I don't know. Probably I would say slight advantage or advantage just because he's Piranha Plant.
I think it's slight advantage.
This is perfect. You get to cover all my gaps of knowledge, bro. It's fucking wonderful.
Yeah. As someone who actually plays Piranha Plant, he gets comboed really hard, but I also think if he gets the right hit, he's so scary because he can just kill you. Like Patooie's really scary for Falco.
Or just 70 like that, just in a snap.
I think it's a matchup that if you play it well enough, you shouldn't worry too much about it. You can also edge guard him.
He's not free enough for you to just like not know the matchup and win. Like you have to know a little bit.
You absolutely need to know the matchup. Yeah. You could just lose if you don't. I also think you could edge guard him decently, but it just depends on how he's positioning himself.
We shine all this stuff. If he uses what is it, Patooie, we could shine it.
Yes, but I'm
talking about before he tosses it. Like when it's just hovering.
Yeah, if it's just hovering, then yeah, you can reflect it. If he throws it, you can reflect it, but it'll only hit him if he jumps.
It probably will not hit him, yeah.
yeah. You just have to hope he just autopilot jumps, and then you kill him with it. But yeah, I think it's an interesting matchup. It's definitely a matchup you're probably not going to see very often. But Ness, I think we beat Ness.
Yeah, slight advantage, I would put him.
Yeah,
it's annoying. He's matchy. He could do his shit to us in edge guard well. I mean, think of Yo-Yo, but we just outclass him, man. Once you learn the angles, like I feel like the 45-degree like from below angle against Ness is really powerful because it feels like most of his mashing options are either above him or like to the sides directly.
Neutral air is like a matchup that I think, or neutral air is a move that I think is really important in this matchup. Like you can nair so many of his things.
Absolutely. He comes off stage with like a drop down attack. You just block nair, send him back off. Try to hit as many lasers and shines as you can, I think, to get him low and then just go for the kill. You could even shine behind him and just absorb the uppy, send it in a different direction.
Yeah, that is really, really good. He has a really big directional air dodge, so as long as you're aware that he's probably going to use it a lot, you can counteract it really hard with like
go for the down tilt, down smash if you're confident. Yeah, down air as well. I fought Send recently in Coinbox.
How was that?
So he's it's a Ness. It's never great, but I did okay. I won because I think the matchup. I don't know. I feel like if you're doing the right stuff at ledge, like I feel like 90% of that matchup takes place at ledge.
I can see
and it's just us kind of hitting him away over and over, or him like putting out a down smash to try to kill us.
Let's do Falcon,
slight advantage.
I agree.
Yeah, just simple, bare bones. Combos are the same as everyone else. Edge guarding is easy, but could be difficult. Just don't take too much risk.
I actually think using Rising Aerials against him works really well.
I've been like up B clipped, and then I'm sure that's happened to you as well.
What do you mean?
Like you go to jump nair or jump fair, and he up Bs, and you just get like grabbed, but then let go, and he just up Bs up, and you just fall to your death. That's happened to me a lot. So that's why I try to like fall on him instead.
Oh, do you mean like edge guarding?
Yeah. What are you talking about just on stage?
Oh yeah, I was talking about neutral, like
okay.
just doing like rising, like bear down air.
Yeah, rising nair even.
Yeah, nair's good too. I think the scariest thing about this matchup is just the fact that he's so fast and can just kind of just randomly be in your face that you have to be ready for it.
I like using Add a Shield side B a lot in this matchup because I feel like Falcon players rely on their speed. So most of the time after something in neutral, they'll either dash back or like do something and dash forward. Whatever the case, they don't usually sit and shield a lot. That's what I noticed about Falcon. So at that mid range, if they aren't ready, you could definitely clip with side B. And against Falcon, that leads to like back air, up tilt, up air, but it goes crazy.
They also have a horrible dash back, so they'll clip them. Yeah.
Good to think about that, yeah. And then all his specials are just wait and punish. Like that's it. Except up B. Up B on a shield gets annoying sometimes, but you can spot dodge it.
What other matchups do you want to talk about?
Duck Hunt Dog.
Duck Hunt. Okay.
I would say probably
you probably have the most experience, right? Aside from like maybe the Japanese Falcos.
Yeah, exactly. But here, I mean, I fight Fawn a lot at Xeno, who I would say is probably the best Duck Hunt in US right now. I'm blanking if there are other ones, but very good player. It's just Reflector to match up. Like everything they do is pretty much handled by Reflector. Edge guarding is he could drop his up B with an attack and then still air dodge to ledge sometimes, so that could be a little tricky to deal with. But for the most part, it's the simple idea of incremental gameplay. Just safely make your way through the obstacle course, get to him, punish him. Right? If you just keep doing that, don't take too much risk, and use Reflector when it's safe to use, you will win the matchup, which I would say slight advantage.
Okay. Yeah. Something else to add is if you think Duck Hunt's gonna throw out the can, you could laser and it'll turn it around. So if he ticks it, it'll go towards him, depending on like which direction you shot it in.
I like using F tilt for it too. It like sends it at a cool angle to try to blow them up. And if you down air their can, like sometimes they'll recover with can coming up. If you down air it, it spikes it at the perfect angle, like literally right where it came from, and it could set them up for something else.
You said if you spike it,
you down air the can itself, and it goes down at that harsh angle to like punish them recovering.
How about Sonic?
You talk about Sonic, bro. I don't want to talk about Sonic.
I think we lose. I think we slightly lose.
I would say even, but my even is shaky.
The only reason why I think we lose is because I think playing neutral against Sonic is just, it's hard. Like he just hard beats us in neutral. That's like the main thing. Because I feel like
the only saving grace we have is laser. And even at that point, like there are things Sonic can do, like just abuse his invincible portion of the move to just go through it anyway, and then jump over the second one, and then still somehow spin dash us. Yeah. So,
or like you have to be really careful about the distance you laser into, or like how many lasers you shoot, because he could also just homing attack you.
Which you could spot dodge homing attack. That's a cool bit of knowledge to know against Sonic. It helps if you're able to do that. You get a hard punish.
Yeah, but again, it just depends. Like if he reacts to you lasering close, he just does it and like or punishes you.
It's in the Snake world too, of you have to go in thinking we're going to time. Like you can't try to force your way in on Sonic, and if you let him get a lead because of any carelessness, he will run with it, and that's it. Like it feels like when he has a lead, you can't win.
Yeah, and that's the problem. That's why I think we lose, because it's like if we get a lead, it's fine. Like it'll force him to play differently, but then if he gets a lead, that's it. And he could also
so hard to catch him.
Yeah, and the other thing is too is like his punish game is comparable to ours. Like actually,
somewhat, yeah. It's up there.
Like it's really good, yeah. Edge guarding is also pretty solid for him, especially with forward smash.
And it's weird. Spin dash is just so funky. I feel like when he side Bs across the stage, sometimes you could nair drag down, and it's not like it works. Sometimes it works. I've down aired Sonic out of it. It's just it feels like an inconsistent timing thing. Where 9 out of 10 times, like, or maybe not that much, but the majority of the time, it feels like Sonic will come out on top. Whereas once in a while, you might get that split opening and try to convert off of it.
Yeah,
I've hit Ken at like 49 with a nair drag down and killed him off of it in center stage. So like it can happen. It's just most likely it will not. Slight diss. I'm down with that.
What about Wario?
I would say slight advantage.
I agree,
because Wario wants to land on you with stuff, but we want people to be above us. So, like, his whole game plan just gets countered by what we want.
I 100% agree. Like, Wario basically just what he wants to do doesn't work well versus Falco. And like, I also don't think we get comboed that hard.
Yeah, two frame air dodge helps a lot with that. And also I feel like we're a weird weight where we don't just I've air dodged out of so many waft setups and combos that it just, I don't know, it's a little weird.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Yeah, I don't really have much else to add. How do you feel about Kazuya?
Give me you go first. Give me a sec to decipher what I'm gonna say.
All right, I feel like this matchup is just very, very, very heavily dependent on neutral. Like, whoever wins neutral is going to win the matchup. It's that simple. Kazuya's disadvantage against Falco is pretty bad. He doesn't really have good options to land. The one thing you have to worry about against Kazuya is his down special, because he has a damage-based armor on it. So
which one is that?
The command grab.
Okay.
Yeah, his command grab has damage-based armor. So, like, let's say you up tilt, he can actually down B you out of it. Same thing with, like, he could do it if your Nair is, like, stale enough. He just down B you out of it.
I feel like because of how good only certain areas of Kazuya are, and, like, obviously some aren't. Whereas with, Mythra, it's hard to kind of pinpoint, except off stage, I guess, but it's hard to pinpoint, like, a really bad aspect of them. I think Kazuya falls into this area of, like, predictability. Because I've noticed I've fought so many Kazuyas, and almost all of them fall into the same, like, few habits that it feels easy to take advantage of, such as, like, uppy at a shield, like, just calling out things like that. They want electric, right? If you're able to consistently punish electric, you're going to do much better in the matchup. Whereas if you just can't, you're just going to get... I made Riddle switch off Kazuya because I played the matchup very well. And then he went Terry and fucked me up, which is... this isn't about Terry. This is not about Terry, though. Kazuya, bro, it's lasers, it shines, force him to approach, Nair, fall on him with Nair, something just quick. I'm not going to say safe, but like some like fake safe, and convert. Get your grabs in. Every drag down, I would go for a grab and not up tilt. I don't think it's just in that like Bowser world of scary. Like sometimes they'll shield it and then you just lose your whole advantage. Don't get hit. Like
no, that's why I said I think it just depends on neutral. Like if you win neutral, you win. And if Kazuya wins, he kills you. I will say though, landing on top of Kazuya is scary. I rather just like just whiff punish him and abuse my burst options, because
our burst options that we totally have so many of.
Side B is really good in that matchup.
Yeah, that's true. He can't do too much too quick. Is his up B 7 or 9? Yeah,
it's slower than that. It's slower than that.
Really?
Yeah,
it's 11.
It's like I think it's slower than that. Let me pull it up. His up B's 12.
Okay, so that's not even a great option.
Yeah, side B is just really good against him. I feel like it's pretty reliable to whip punish electric. Yeah,
I would say even.
I 100% agree. I think it's even. It's like a very volatile even. Whoever wins neutral wins. It just
which
comes
is
down
fair.
to yeah.
The most honest matchup in this game. I'm looking. Youngling.
I was about to say that. I was about to say Youngling.
Yeah, I dislike it, but you probably like it more than me.
I think it's slight advantage or even. Probably slight advantage.
Okay. I'm thinking even or slight disadvantage.
We edgeguard Youngling really hard. I don't really think Youngling is able to abuse his projectiles as much.
It's in that snake area of like you just have to play a certain way.
Not as much, I feel like. Like I don't think you have to be as campy against Youngling. I think it just comes down to being aggressive and showing you can punish certain options, especially Boomerang. Like if you let Youngling run rampant with Boomerang, you're probably gonna have a bad time. Like Boomerang, Fire Arrow.
Yeah, I guess my logic is like why I think it's worse than you is I just think really good frame data, really good speed, short, and like those three things, and a great out of shield option. So those like couple things put together just makes a bad character for me.
I kind of put it at the same level as Fox, the way you have to kind of approach it, because his aerials, like his frame data is comparable to Fox's. Same thing with his hitboxes, like minus that he has a sword, but like he's not going to be jumping dare at you. He's going to be using nair a lot, you know? I guess forward air too,
yeah.
But then forward air is like not as safe.
Right, and we have tools to deal with either one of those. Which is huge.
And then if you force Youngling to go low, his recovery is so exploitable, you just fair it.
If you up B, if he up B's you, which way do you DI?
Are you talking about like when he does grounded up B?
Grounded up B. I feel like someone a long time ago told me it was random, and I think they just lied to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I try to DI behind him, but I'm not entirely sure because I feel like it is random sometimes. Like sometimes
Okay.
I swear I DI like a certain way and like I go straight up. But
Yeah, and it's like up air.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I also have played this matchup a lot because when Zan played Ultimate, that was his main.
Right. I want to say even then between us, if that works with you.
I'll put it even.
I just don't feel comfortable putting Young Link at any form of advantage.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
Okay.
So let's get rid of all the links. What about Toon Link?
Slight advantage, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Not much of a comment, to be honest.
I was gonna say the same thing. I feel like he's annoying in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like his up tilt, I think is better. His forward tilt's better.
His back air sucks.
Yeah, his back air is pretty whatever. His up air is also it's kind of weird. His up air lingers a really long time. You can like get he's just a weird character.
Yeah, I think regular Link I would also put in slight advantage. I think he's that body. He's big body guy to just combo. We just combo him to high hell. He can't low profile us because he's just big. Edge guarding is simple. If he bomb recoveries, you can usually just contest it with an aerial. Because our height, we could just jump up there and hit him. And we handle projectiles pretty well.
I agree with that, but at the same time, I'm a Link believer. I think he's like underrated, and think he's probably a lot better than people think. I think it's one of those matchups that once it like evolves more, it's probably gonna go towards even.
Okay.
But like I can't really argue against it because like all the Links I've played against makes me feel like it's that way. But
right,
yeah,
right. And then I fought a lot of Links that just like get fucked up and then just like, man, this matchup's impossible. Man, what the fuck do I even do? Someone in my chat keeps asking that we do Banjo. Banjo? Maybe you could shed more light on Banjo than me. I would say slight advantage.
I was gonna say slight advantage too.
My reasoning's pretty scattered. I don't really have any.
I think he just gets comboed hard. His biggest X factor, in my opinion, is Wonder Wing, but I think Wonder Wing is probably better as a recovery tool for him rather than like using it offensively against Falco, just because I think if Banjo's forced to like recover without B, he's kind of screwed because Falco could just easily spike him or like do something else. And again, I think Falco just edge guards him really well.
Something I was gonna say is even if they up B at the distance that's like kind of far from ledge, so you're not sure if they're gonna Wonder Wing or air dodge, so it's kind of like you don't want to play too close to ledge because of that. You can shoot lasers, and if your laser clips his up B, you could honestly reset that situation until he stops doing it or mixes up his timing or something. But usually you could just laser over and over, and it'll keep dropping back down.
Yeah, I think the big thing for me is just that I feel like he's just really big combo food. I feel like neutral could be annoying because of his zoning mobility because he can be pretty fast, but yeah, overall I just feel
and he has that nair. He has that annoying nair.
Yeah. Overall, I would say Falco wins.
Do you want to do PT characters separately?
Sure. Where would you put Charizard?
Slight advantage.
Okay, good. I was gonna say
not full advantage. Yeah, he's good.
I think people underrate how good he actually is because his up smash is just messed up. Like that move's insane.
His up B, bro.
His up B, he's fast.
I've gone for up tilt back air in tournament. I'm at 0 and I've missed like by a frame and I get upbeat and died for it.
Wow.
Horrible. And it's such robbery, bro.
Back air too. Back air is just like absolutely ridiculous.
Insane. The range on this.
Ivysaur?
It's weird. I almost think it's easier to fight Ivy than Charizard.
I was gonna say I agree. I definitely think
like even I would almost put him at advantage, bro.
I wouldn't put him at advantage just because I feel like he probably edge guards Falco the hardest out of all of them.
Okay.
And like he also has like and he has like crazy kill options. Like if he's able to like get like get one of his hits into up B, like he can kill you pretty early. I think it's hard. It should be hard for him to get it, but you know.
You should put Ivy next to Charizard for anyone looking.
Oh.
And then Squirtle. Squirtle's definitely the outlier.
I think it's even or we lose.
Okay, even. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's even. He's small, really good hitboxes. It's a lot of kind of playing on your back foot, you know. You got to like back up a lot, do a lot of short hop backwards, like empty hop, nair. Nair is pretty safe in the matchup. And even when he gets in on you, you just got to take the whole like it's the tax, you know. He hits you once, okay, I'm at 40, whatever. Like on to the next character. And if he stays Squirtle, it just means he's going to die early. I think a key factor in beating, or not beating, but just like handling PT is learning to deal with switches. Like, estimate at the beginning of a set, like, how often is this person going to switch? Are they going to do it in advantage? Are they going to stick to a character mostly? Like, if they're on a character they don't use as much in the set, they're probably more likely to switch onto one they're more comfortable with. I think about that kind of stuff, and you could just wait and punish all the switches. And because of Falco's like frame trap vortex ability, we could just continue them in the combo throughout switches and all.
Yeah, he hard punishes switches. Like it's pretty crazy how many times I've missed something because of switch, and then like I'm like, oh well, I guess I'll just get it anyways. Yeah, and I think overall PT's probably even. I think Squirtle.
Slight advantage.
You think slight advantage?
I think slight advantage. You can put him in even. It's okay. That's my take. I like fighting PT. There's a lot of characters that because of the characters this game offers. So when I see a normal one like Roy or PT, I'm like, oh yes, like I get to fight someone.
I'll put a slight advantage, but I feel like the fact that he opens with Squirtle and then normally they're only going to be fighting like Zard or Ivysaur like when they're at like in a good spot. Yeah.
Or high percent and then Charizard comes out and it does not feel good.
Exactly. That's why I would put him even.
That's fair. I could you just sway me a little bit. You move it.
Okay.
No, Bayo.
I feel like I don't know this matchup enough, but I also feel like we
lived through the entirety of Smash 4.
She's different, bro. She's a different character.
I think the game's different.
I think the way she works is like slightly different too, just because the SAI multiplier is worse.
Like we can't get out of shit as easily. Okay, I didn't know that. Bats within.
One of those things. Bats within is different. I think
always a little annoying.
Yeah, but yeah, I think we slightly win.
I would say that. Yeah, okay. Slightly win. I love doing. This is kind of pointless. I mean, it's a matchup thing, but it's not too consistent. You just crouch a little past roll distance. So many Bayos love to do neutral get up, immediate run off side be in, and then you just crouch and you just up smash, and it feels so good. Also, Tomahawk Shield, and they love to up B out of that. You could up smash. You could up smash or up B. It's really good.
Yeah, I was gonna say the other thing is her up B in general, when she's like recovering, she can't auto snap. So
down air.
Yeah, you could just down air it.
Every day of the week.
Even if you think if you think she's gonna side to recover and you think she's gonna aim exactly for the ledge, you just run off and dare it.
I like that. I take risks with her recovery. Like I'll just run off and try to dare, because if you catch a side B, if you catch an up B, she just dies. That's it.
Yeah, like the risk reward in a lot of cases is in your favor, because like if she hits you, you just are probably back on stage anyways.
Yeah.
Like the big thing in the matchup. I think the most annoying thing against Bayo is that if you're off on your combos, it's just easy for her to bats within.
I think Bayo is just worse Falco. Like Falco is closer to what Bayo was in Smash 4 than Bayo is in this game.
I could see it. It's actually funny because Charlie the King actually said that. He actually said, "I'm just fighting Bayo." What do you think of Sora?
I mean, I think we win. I just don't think it's. I don't know. It's almost less enjoyable than Game & Watch, bro. I hate fighting Sora.
Dude, I don't know. I fought Kameme. I was just so lost because I've never fought a good Sora before.
That's a different one. Yeah, I fought Kurama. That's my extent.
I fought other Soras before, but fighting him was just different.
Well, then take Kameme's, bro. Label it on a Kameme level. I've never fought that guy, but it looks horrible.
Bro, I don't know. That's the thing. I didn't know what to do. I talked to him afterwards. He's like, you should have gone Wolf.
It's like, take the cop out, bro. Put him in even.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it's even probably. But yeah, I legit just don't know enough about the matchup to like confidently say anything. If you up B, you're fucked though.
They'll just ladder you low to the ground. You can't even do anything.
You can't do anything.
Sheik?
I think Sheik's even.
I think Sheik's winning.
I think Sheik's winning.
Like slight. What's your reasoning?
I think a big thing for me is just how safe she can be. Mm-hmm. How safe she can be in neutral. She's just hard to hit. Mainly.
She is hard to hit.
Yeah, that's like my big thing. I think if you do hit her though, you can make her pay for it dearly, and then she dies early.
It's another thing to consider. I mean, we can be a Gimps, but most of the time, if we're like on stage at late percent, we will not die for a while.
I don't know. Drag down up smash.
Yeah. Drag down anything, to be honest. Like she's quick. I mean, that's the big thing. Her neutral's insane. Like it's one of those characters that I just go in thinking I'm going to lose neutral 80% of the time, but it doesn't really matter. Because what she gets on me in 5 interactions, I get on her in 1.
I feel like the big thing with Sheik is that like not enough players are polished enough with her to like.
Right.
Yeah, it's very rare to fight like a Sheik that's like actually like good enough to be threatening.
And an unpolished Sheik is just like, it's not even good. It's just not.
Yeah.
Even if it's right below polished, it's just not good because of the nature of Sheik.
It has to be polished. Yeah, you have to fight a polished Sheik. If it's not polished, it's a turd.
I got Webb in my region. Webb's really good. He's got some crazy shit going on with Sheik.
Yeah, no, I watched him at MomoCon.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely impressive.
I got to fight Void, but like on Cali, New York connection, so I can't even talk about that.
Yeah, I played Void and Mr. R in that match.
Mr. R, he never went Sheik against me. He wouldn't get off Chrom. I was like, dude, my boys played Sheik for like 12 years. I want to fight your Sheik. No. That's the other guy. There's a Sheik in Florida too. That's really good. I fought him a couple times.
Oh, I know you're talking about Fusix.
Yes,
I played him too.
I'm slight advantage because our back air is like 5 of her aerials in damage.
All I will say is if you fight a good Sheik, sometimes you can't do anything for a minute. For a hot minute.
Yeah. You reminiscent of Mythra, but harder.
Yeah, you just gotta eat it. Except her tax is like even more messed up because sometimes you could die.
Yeah, sometimes she converts it. And then it's crazy and everyone's screaming and shit. Sucks.
You know, like what is it? Max Rage Sheik is actually her combos work better.
That makes sense.
Like her combos her combos are like more consistent with Rage.
Scary. I did not know that.
Yeah. I'll give it to you though. You pick. Because I feel like I picked the last few.
I like the slight advantage.
Okay.
For Sheik, yeah.
All right.
What about Shulk?
So I feel like it's probably losing.
I feel that way too, but I don't know why.
I played against Remzies. Oh, I also have Nico in my region, but like I feel like Remzies just plays Shulk better than the other Shulk players, and he was doing things to me that just wasn't right.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, it's cheap. It's like that character could cheat.
Yeah,
it's done well.
Shouts to Remzies. He is. Yeah. Really, really good. People think he's just a commentator, like an analyst. He's actually really good.
I only got to fight him in doubles. Then there was a point, it was me and Tarek against Ramses and maybe Space, it might have been, the Inkling. And there was a point where I just turned to Tarek and I was like, bro, can you just take the Shulk? Can you fight him? And I'll fight the other guy.
Oh, okay. So something to bring up about Shulk. He can get out of our drag down combos.
With Dial?
He just activated his Monado art and then like
and it's not just shield. Shield gets you out of combos.
No.
Well, yeah, for drag downs, but
yeah, well, just like in general. So whenever Shulk activates his Monado art, he has 14 frames of intangibility. Like,
that's a lot of frames.
That is like literally, he just like activates and he's intangible for that long unless he moves or something. And then
I don't like that character.
And then he has shield and he has smash art to like
Smash gets you out.
Mm-hmm.
I would put slight disadvantage. Honestly, I'm not gonna say he's worse, but I'm not too familiar to be honest.
No, I think one of the big things though about Falco is he actually can handle shield art really well.
Yeah. Waiting out air dodges and down tilt. No,
not even like you can just combo him.
Really?
Yeah, like you can combo him shield art at a high percent. He can't get out. And then
I like doing the down throw and then you like throw him at the last bit of shield and then run up smash.
Yeah, I was gonna say that like you can like just time throws and like kill him. Pac-Man?
Body Pac-Man. Thank God we fucked that character up, bro. Well, not advantage, but slight.
Yeah. I was gonna say I definitely agree with slight advantage. Like even before you said that, I was like, yeah, I'm putting him there.
We take all this, we just put it back at him. We down tilt Hydrant. Like I do jab 1 down tilt, and it launches Hydrant at the perfect angle. And a fresh down tilt just takes it out. But any stale, and you have to do something else.
Another big thing is you could just side B through Hydrant.
Yeah. You could jump side B. You could just regular side B.
Yeah, you don't have to jump. You just do grounded. Yeah, just go through it. So it's like something that a lot of Pac-Mans abuse that he can't really do in that matchup. Like he has to respect you even behind Hydrant, which is, I mean, it's pretty new for him. I feel like because he can't do that versus most characters.
It's like if we could just zip through Steve's blocks, which is like insane. I was gonna say I have like 3 separate sets with Sinji where the winning interaction is him behind Hydrant, and I just say F it and I side B back air and it kills, and it's like through everything. It just does not matter.
Yeah, I mean,
and we get edge guard pretty well, and the unedge guardable character, like we do a pretty good job at it.
Yeah, I mean, you could him out of his side B.
Yeah, it's down air.
Yep. I think the most annoying thing about the matchup is just that like he has like surprisingly good disjoints, so he can like randomly just like trade or beat out some stuff you throw out.
And his nair is really fast. Frame 3, I'm assuming. It's just really annoying to deal with.
It's frame 3.
Peach. I've never fought Mute. Fought Sam a couple times.
I feel like I initially thought we won, but I'm like leaning more towards even.
I'm somewhere in between even and slight advantage, and I think in the past it was more of like advantage and slight advantage. I think I got like a reality check with Peach because she's just
dude, she's
sometimes
messed up.
I know she's so cheap, bro. It's insane. She's so disgustingly good.
Yeah, I think a big thing in this matchup that like Falco can do that kind of no other character can do against Peach is you can trade with her up B, like when she's rising with it and dare it.
Down air, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing to know. You could also, I mean, you could handle side B obviously in the same way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but up B is just a big one because like the hitbox is huge. Like, have you ever seen the hitbox?
No.
Let me show you, because if
Peach up B you're talking about?
Yes. If I told you that we could trade with it, you probably wouldn't believe it. Like that's how big it is.
Yeah. I mean, maybe our down air hits something in there.
No, it hits her hand. Like you can see her hand right here. Yeah, you're basically just hitting that. That's why it trades.
Let's say even. She's just too good to be anything else. She's like top 5 in my brain still.
She's crazy. Yeah, she's really good. Pichu.
Slight disadvantage for me.
You think?
I almost think Pichu's worse than Pikachu.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Where would you put her?
I'd probably put Pichu even.
Okay.
Because like Pichu's just a match. It's just an unfun matchup. Like you can't Pichu.
She's just gonna hurt herself over time.
Exactly. Pichu's gonna hurt himself. Pichu's recovery is also worse. Like if Pichu's going far away, Pichu's side B is worse than Pikachu's because it goes farther. Which you would think is better, but because it goes farther, that means it's easier to intercept. Yeah, it's easier to intercept. His up B also doesn't have a hurt box, so you don't have to worry about like getting hit. He's also just really light, so you just kill him.
Yeah, she does die really early. I fought Black Twins Pichu. That's my only experience. Like I won, but it feels like I'm losing, and then I up tilt back air at 60 and they die.
It's just a matchup that I think is not fun.
I'm down for even though. There's a lot of unfun matchups in even.
Yeah,
it's becoming the unfun tier.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what even is, right? It's just like
I guess Little Mac.
A Little Mac.
Okay, yeah, Little Mac.
I think we win.
Yeah. Edge guard.
Yeah, you kind of just throw him off stage. He's kind of screwed.
You know when you're gonna up throw? Don't do that. Back throw.
If you think he's gonna like go for side B, you literally just dip under him and then double jump nair.
Yeah. Handles everything. You said Ike.
I think we also slightly win.
Slight win. This is the can you parry character, and if you can parry, you win.
Yeah, I mean that's basically like why Ike was so good in the beginning of Ultimate, right? Because no one could parry.
Edge guarding, maybe you have some insight. It still feels weird for me against Ike. I feel like I can never really do anything.
I mean,
aside from like laser.
The side B, you basically just have to force him low. Once you force him low and he has to up B, his up B hitbox is similar to Chrom. The big difference is that he throws his sword first.
Right.
But like, if you just
get
go
behind it, right?
Yeah, if you get behind or just like directly on top of him, you just spike him. Or yeah, the same thing. Like it's like behind him. You can nair or dare, whatever you want.
I'm more so mean side B, I guess, and it's just drop low. And if you miss some lasers, he just gets back. Like you can't really do much.
Yeah, side B just
down smash at ledge.
Yeah, side B just laser. I feel like you just like laser to force him down or reflector.
Right.
Cloud I think it's like one of the few relevant characters we haven't talked about, or that's left.
Cloud's an interesting one because just edge guard is definitely not going to cut it for Cloud. Like edge guarding is very good against Cloud. It's just you're gonna miss sometimes. Like Cloud's recovery is better than I think people give credit.
Oh, absolutely. This is a matchup where nair is really important. I think it's really good against him on stage. I think it's also good against him off stage. That's also I think something I need to work on too, because you can just like drop nair and you can cover a lot of how he's gonna recover.
On stage is kind of difficult though. Just when he spaces out back airs and cross slash mix up, and you touch his shield, you're getting up bead.
Yeah, no, I agree. And then he can also pressure you really well. I definitely feel like it's even our like slight disadvantage.
I was gonna say even. I can't really see it being anything else. I feel like we f each other up. Cloud maybe more so, but not enough to push it to slight disadvantage. I think.
Villager, I think slight wins.
Advantage. The top one I would put him in.
You think it's advantage?
Yeah, dude. Villager can't do anything against us.
All right.
Yeah,
just go. I don't know enough about that matchup. I feel like Robin you also know pretty well too.
Robin's a little scary with like air to air, but aside from that, it's just we reflect what we don't want to deal with, and then we really hurt them when we get in. Like easy character to combo. sure.
So slight advantage or
I
advantage?
would say slight. Yeah.
Okay.
No, definitely not like super advantage. But
Oh,
what about Ridley, bro?
I was gonna say randomly, freaking. Do you know who Fallen is?
Yes, Rosa from Smash 4 is what I think of.
He's legit probably the best Fallen I've ever played against, or the best Robin I've ever played against by far.
Really?
Yeah, he's actually really good with Robin.
Yeah, that's scary.
It's crazy. Ridley, I think it's advantage. I think we edge got him really hard, huh?
What do we do if they just up B from low?
Spike him.
At like the end of the move?
You can do the end. So I lost to like that one French Ridley, right? I lost him in tournament. And after I lost to him, I like legit just like analyze some shit in the matchup. You can either like hit him on startup because the startup of the up B is not that fast. It's kind of like Cloud or like Sephiroth's, or you just spike him at the sides because there's no hitbox like on the sides of him.
Damn, I have never taken that approach. I devolved into like, you know how I somehow edgeguard Fox or Falco with the laser and then down air. I started doing that against Ridley. Like you kind of get to the side of him, shoot him out of it, and then down air.
I mean that works too. It's probably easier.
Yeah, it's just a little harder to set up.
Okay, well, yeah, slight advantage.
Side advantage works. A little annoying though, like much more annoying than the other heavies, I would say.
No, absolutely.
He just got that swordy range.
Yeah, and he's fast. Like playing neutral with him is not fun.
And landing, you got to worry about up smash, which is just terrifying.
And his down tilt has so much range on it.
Yeah. You know what? Slight disadvantage.
Oh, you want to do Belmonts?
I would say advantage. What about you?
I think it's slight advantage, but I also play against Dom a lot.
Right, I don't play against that level of Richter, so I would take your lead on this one. I do think though we just validate a lot of what they do.
I think it's one of those matchups where you can't just spam reflect against him
because he can punish that shit, right?
And then being on ledge is like scary against him as well because holy water setups are messed up.
Yeah, and we have drop back shine, but even then it's never like risk free.
Yeah, his range is so good, so he can just like punish things pretty hard.
All being said, I still do think we like beat them. I don't think it's even or even close to it.
No, I definitely don't think it's even. Yeah, hit.
It's probably slight advantage just on the factor that they have like no outlying gimmicks to just destroy us. It's kind of just like play slow, shoot your gun, get your damage where you can. If you could put still out a shield in air, it's helpful.
Yeah,
Edgeguard just run off down air, right?
Yeah, I want to say slight advantage too. You got to play Zachary's pit.
Right, I know, and I'll hit myself. Yeah.
It's great. It's a real challenge.
Rosalina?
You probably know this matchup more than I do.
I think Falco wins slightly.
Okay.
And that's because I think the way we handle Luma is pretty easy and consistent. It's just Nair. Like Nair sends them at a perfect angle. It's safe. You're not taking too much risk by forcing it.
Yeah. Okay.
Edge guarding, I mean, it's hard. I feel like I say it should be simple, like run off down air, but I've never successfully edge guard Rosa. She just gets back. But yeah, she's big, very tall. You could back air her. Combos like crazy. When I fight to Buzz, all he does is just air dodge away. Like air dodge away, synced all the way down, and then up B, and it's hard to hit. That's like it.
Yeah, I
laser.
mean,
oh my god, dude, shine. Like I was doing a lot of laser, but then he started doing like this lay Luma a little closer and do the bits thing, and I was just starting to shine it. Oh my god, I had to Buzz like complaining about me camping. You know how good that felt?
Yeah, I mean,
so I think Falco handles
it. Inkling.
People say this is a bad one for Falco. I don't agree.
I think we win.
I think we slightly win. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's annoying.
If they play very in and out evasive, back air heavy, it could be kind of tough to get in. But once you get in, like it's standard. There's nothing too unique about it.
I think Inkling's disadvantage is actually really bad.
Well, what's Nair is not fast at all, bro. He does not have great options to escape.
I think the other thing is too the up throw up air window on Falco is not very big.
Isn't it 1% for Falco? It's like a single.
It's like something like that. But I feel like if Falco has rage, it doesn't work at all. So it's like
right.
Yeah, so you're probably not going to get it on Falco.
I would say pretty like easy by the books matchup.
Mm-hmm. I think the biggest thing is his neutral. Like fighting Inkling in neutral is so hard, or can be really hard. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You got to push him into the corner and then abuse that. What about Joker? I feel like we're going to disagree on this one.
I feel like this is a matchup I initially thought was slight disadvantage, but I could probably say even.
I still think it's slight advantage.
Nah.
No. I mean, I have not fought Leo's Joker. That's it. That's all I could say about that. But it doesn't feel horrible, man. Like we really get him and we edgeguard decently. It's easier to edgeguard Arsene than it is to edgeguard Joker.
I agree. Like, edgeguarding him is not the problem. I think the problem is fighting him in neutral.
Because he's just as evasive as he is, and he's so in and out, and it's difficult to like pin him down, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I can see it. I mean, I think even's a fair compromise.
Okay.
Arsene's scary. I'll wait out Arsene on the platform if I can. I'll try not to fight him as much. I'm a little safer with lasers and shit.
Yeah, I feel like the other thing is too is gun can be pretty obnoxious.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even coming down with gun, like sometimes it's just so hard to handle.
Yeah, I agree. Marth, Lucina, just want to knock out both of them.
Marth, I would put at slight advantage, and Lucina, I would put it even.
Okay.
And that's because Marth's objectively just he like flops you with his wet noodle and it does nothing. And then Lucina just is amazing and kills you for some reason. I think Lucina is really good, bro. I'm like a lot. Up he had a shield is difficult. Anyone with a sword it ends up being the same problem, right?
I think Marth could be scary too, just off stage, because I think if you recover with side B, it's easier for him to just tip ref smash you. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty much agree on that. I think it's a very back and forth matchup. I think out of all of these even matchups, it's probably the most fun to play, in my opinion.
Lucina?
Yeah, well, Lucina and Wolf for me.
God, these suck.
Pyra Mythra?
Yeah, shit, I guess. Squirtle, maybe.
What about Lucario? We don't have that many characters left. We have Kirby,
yeah,
Lucario, and
Hero. Is that it?
I think that's it, yeah.
Bowser Jr., bro.
Oh yeah, Bowser Jr.
Don't forget about that top tier.
Let's lock him out. I'm sure you probably played Yoda Cage.
I played Yoda Cage a bunch of times. I think it's slight advantage.
Okay.
We just like whatever gimmicks Bowser Jr. brings, we handle pretty well with just our standard game plan. Like we don't have to switch it up, you know. There was an instance in one set, it was the one at Glitch, where he side B'd back on the stage 4 times in a row, and each time just back air. I just kept sending him back out. Lucario, you asked me, I was gonna say I think he's like the highest advantage. It's a hard matchup for Lucario.
Really?
Yes. I fight VV a lot. That's my only practice.
Okay. I was gonna say I definitely think we win, but I just didn't think it would be that bad.
And the Lucario from Canada too. I fought a couple times.
Oh yeah.
It just seems rough. Because Falco's whole thing is killing you early, and then Lucario's whole thing is like never die, like keep the rage and
I mean, he also, I feel like he's pretty easy to combo.
Yeah, absolutely. Even edge guarding, it's just big multi-hits to stop his angles.
Yeah.
What about Kirby, bro?
I hate this matchup.
Really?
I hate this matchup only because I play it online. I have not played a Kirby offline.
Hey, that makes sense. You need to use more down air. That's what that means.
You can up tilt it.
Not my down air.
You can up tilt it, bro.
Down tilt?
Yeah, down tilt.
Any like short, stuffy, kind of heavy, but they shouldn't be characters. I feel like down tilt's the answer. So good. But yeah, annoying. A little annoying, just like from an online Wi-Fi standpoint. I would almost put him in full advantage, but I'm down to do slight.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, this is also a matchup I wouldn't go Falco on.
You go Wolf, right?
Yeah. No, I would go Donkey Kong.
Don't say that to me, bro.
It's a DK matchup.
Don't lie to me like this.
No, I'm being serious. It's a DK matchup.
If I ever see you go against Kirby, bro, I better see DK come out. It's going to be like JJ top 8 qualifier. I better see DK come out.
Dude, versus Basement, I went DK.
Did you win?
No, I lost. I think game 1 I went Wolf, and I lost. And then game 2 I went DK and won. And I think game 3 I went DK lost. Game 3 I went DK and won. And then game 4 I went DK and lost. And then game 5
you went to Wolf.
I switched to Wolf and lost.
Oh, dude! If you wrote DK out,
I should have stayed DK. That's
it's just so scary.
I 100% should have stayed DK. I'm an idiot. It's like
that's okay, bro.
Yeah,
you live and you learn.
Hero's the last one. I think we slightly beat Hero.
I think if you're literate, it's slight win. But if you're not, it's much harder. It's much more difficult when you can't read.
Are you illiterate? Is that what you're saying?
I could almost say advantage, bro, but I'm gonna say slight advantage because there are the gimmicks you got to worry about always. I feel like gimmicks are what take characters out of advantage. Like Rob can arguably be in slight disadvantage just because he has those insane gimmicks.
Yeah, I mean, I played Sparkle. That was pretty scary. Just because, dude, you know Thwack in 2-frame?
Now I do.
He like 2-frame thwacked me.
I would quit.
2-frame thwacked. His side B is really good against us too.
Yeah, it's really annoying,
the range,
actually. But yeah. I think all heroes have a really bad rolling habit. So maybe it's biased because I'm really good at punish. I just punish rolls a lot. So whenever characters just need to, like Rob needs to do that too, I think, and it just helps me in the matchup. I fought Beast Mode Paul. That's about it. And I fight Vivi, who uses hero sometimes, but he stopped going hero against me. Yeah, this looks solid though. I'm trying to look if there's anything I would change. I feel like the disadvantage is pretty normal. And can you just remove the whole disadvantage row? Because Falco is just like better than that.
Yeah, I mean, I just put it just in case. I feel like the only one I disagree with is Sephiroth.
Because you would have him in even, right?
I would have an even, yeah.
Yeah, it's a hard bend. I disagree with Roy a little bit too.
Understandable.
But this is compromise.
Yeah.
I can't put my name on anything that has Sephiroth anywhere other than disadvantage. Until maybe I'll feel it one day and I'll be like, you know what? He was right. This looks solid though.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Caught me trying to dodge you.
Yeah, dude, you say try to dodge me. It was the debate, and now this. I feel like I'm gonna ask you for something else. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, I got you, bro. Message you.
No, bro. I gotta fight these Soras on Elite, man.
Gotta run an Iron Man, bro.
Yeah, right. Dude, I got to 4, lost. Did another one, got to 2, lost, and then I re-rolled 4 times in a row, and it was like Toon Link, Banjo, Toon Link. And I literally quit and I went right back to Falco. I was like, fuck this, bro.
Is there anything you want to like rediscuss?
Not necessarily, bro. I'm feeling pretty. I like how this list looks. I like how half of Fighter Pass 2 is just an advantage.
It's actually hilarious. I think Falco is one of the best characters against Fighter Pass 2.
I agree. 100%. I'm going to Genesis next year, I think.
Oh, you are? Nice.
Oh, I should be around. That'll be tight.
Yeah, I guess I think the next time I'll see you is Gommel.
Oh, sick. You're going?
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, I don't have anything else to add. Honestly,
right.
I think I might end the stream here. Dude, we've been doing this for 3 hours. You said no, it's just funny. You're like, oh, I only have an hour free. We did it like straight
I know.
up.
Yeah, I canceled the Metafy. It's okay.
Oh, shit, my bad.
Cool, bro. That'll be all right. They say that to him, not me. I'm chilling.
All right. Well, yeah, that's it, guys. I'm gonna end the stream here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, follow me. Follow Tilde. Got nothing else. See you tomorrow, probably.